Oh yeah. Oh, hold up. Yep. Should probably get Roll20 for this. That's an important part of this. Hold up.
It is a thing that you do.
Yep. Hold up. Yep. There we go.
All right. So yeah, I guess we're just waiting for a couple more, but we'll start recapping, and hopefully they're here by the time we start. So last session, you guys were trekking around the jungle. Maybe I'll go over to the overland map for the recap. Okay, so you guys started off making way to the river Star, and as you were traveling down the river, you guys soon found yourselves heading down a tributary and getting off the river as you were trying to get to Camp Vengeance. Instead, you wound up over on the river Tiraki, and you got even more lost as you delved deeper into the jungle. Finally, there was a little bit of reprieve because you arrived at Firefinger, a 300-foot tall spire of rock with a flaming beacon poking above the jungle canopy. Along your journey, poor Annette had actually fallen victim to an assassin vine in her sleep. As you guys were traveling, you decided to split into two different parties so you weren't attracting too much attention, and the more vulnerable of the party wouldn't fall victim to any of the dangers of the jungle. However, that kind of also proved to be a little bit untrue because Annette had been attacked in her sleep. But at least it was not one of you guys. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but anyway. So you guys are currently on day 18 of your travels. You've got enough food till day 72. You need 22 gallons of water a day, which you've been very fortunate because it's the wet season. It's been constantly raining. It's actually raining at the moment. Syndra's got 77 days left. The party sentiment is average. It hasn't really swayed in one way or another since you started traveling. Currently at Firefinger. Death toll's now at 2. This is the current composition of the lead expedition. So as you've approached Firefinger, you've attempted to move in with the cover of some fog and heavy rain. You know that terror folk live here because you'd heard a rumor from someone in Port Nyanzaru. However, as you've approached this spire of rock, you've seen a number of sheer walls and small caves dotted along the side of them. There's also these frail-looking rope ladders hanging from narrow ledges at various heights. And as you've approached a number of terror folk, they are vaguely humanoid-shaped pterodactyl creatures that have burst out of all these different caves from the spire and started diving down towards you all. Now, before we get into that, we still need to actually sort out this party formation again because we had like a couple of people missing or whatnot. So here's the current composition. You guys are free to swap out whoever you want.
So who's not here?
This is like this is the section in the RPG game where it's like choose your party and you can like swap out party members mid combat.
Okay, so the big question is, can Xandala throw fireballs?
You haven't seen Zandala fight, but you do know that she's a sorcerer.
Might be worth it.
So who are we kicking out? You
Well,
can hear me, yeah?
we don't have
Can hear you, yeah.
calendar.
The person that's not here is Kalendor and Petra at the moment. He's usually late, so
Kick him to the curb. He's not even coming in with us.
okay. So as it stands, you've still got 6. You've got Hugh, Talum, Ragda, Turig, Victor, and Orion.
So, like, this was an ambush, right? So we wouldn't necessarily, like, pick versus, like, these things that are attacking us. More like who would be in the lead expedition for today kind of thing.
Yeah. It's just because, like, we already picked who we were going to have. Actually, we did already pick that. I think. So we've already got the numbers, so I think we'll just go with what's there. So the 6 of you then. And Kalendor, Petra, if the players show up, they'll come running in and help you guys as well. Okay, so the 6 of you have approached, and there's just, so you're on the south facing side of this spire, and you can just see a rickety wooden ladder leading up to a small cave. The cave is about 60 feet above the jungle floor. The terrain around you is very rough. It's kind of rocky, uneven. There are small shelves of stone everywhere, and there are numerous tropical plants, palms, bushes, vines, fallen logs, and a lot of, what you'd expect to find in a jungle. It's not particularly dense around this area, actually, but when you look up to the sky, the jungle canopy is about 150, 200 feet overhead, and it pretty much blots out the entire sky. It's not dark by any means. But I'll go on over to a map now for you guys.
Have we seen the Terra folk yet?
You're about to.
Imagining saw one. The one for Marvel.
Alright, when you guys spot them, so this is the ladder that you guys are trying to get to. This is the spire of rock here, 300 feet tall, and there's a big plume of dark smoke issuing forth from the top of it. Here's a handout of what it looks like from a side view. So you guys are down at the very base of that. Actually, I've got another isometric map that I'll show you guys as well before we get into this. Help paint the picture more.
Are we climbing it?
Yeah. You guys are attempting to climb it. Now, as you've made your way forward, you guys were stealthing under the jungle canopy. And actually, I said that the jungle canopy was 150 feet overhead, but it doesn't really look that tall on this map. Anyway, the jungle canopy is blotting out everything above you. So this is the rope ladder that you're trying to get to. These are the different caves that you can see. Some of these are broken ladders. And then at the very top, you've got this big beacon. 300 feet tall. Oh yeah, because you're not on the map. Might help if you're on the map.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Add Kalendor there instead.
Why are we climbing a massive massive tower?
Yeah, why are we doing this?
It's best not to ask questions.
Okay,
Exactly.
Alright, so these Terra folk, they fly out of one of the topmost cave, and when you guys spot them, they're a good 200 feet above you all. There are 6 to your right and 6 to your left. They pretty much look like pterodactyls. They're very, very big. They have maybe a 20-foot wingspan.
Should have taken a whole party.
Vaguely humanoid shapes and somewhat intelligent-looking eyes, and then gigantic wings, sharp claws. Vaguely resemble a pterodactyl from this height. So they're all 100 and 200 feet up.
You know, when it said Terra folk, I pictured like humanoids, that could like fly or something. I wasn't picturing like monsters swooping down from above.
So yeah, they are bipeds. They're about 10 foot tall, and they're like darting down at you guys with quite a lot of aggression, and they wield javelins as well. Let's roll initiative. So this, if you're going for the ladder is 60 feet tall as well. Alright, let's do this. So, Ragdar's up first. He just gets his spear and he starts beating it on his chest. Ah! Ah! Come at me! He yells up at them. And he's actually going to take one of his spears, and he just readies it to throw it if one of them come close enough. Alright, the Terrafolk begin darting down. They're quite quick, and this one moves 100 feet closer, so he's 100 feet in the air. And they all pretty much do that. They're just going to dash, diving down, closing the gap, and they'll be 100 feet above you all, going from 200 feet to 100 feet in one turn. Orion.
I'll get up my bow and run kind of between these two, and I'll shoot this one with my bow.
Okay, keep in mind all of the jungle terrain is difficult terrain.
I see. Sorry. Let's... Yeah, it's only there. Then I'll move here to get closer to the ladder, actually, and then I'll still shoot it. This is with disadvantage because it's out of the short bow range.
Okay. You fire an arrow up to the sky and the arrow just gets lost in the jungle canopy. Victor.
Firefinger with bloody pterodactyls. Can I run into this bush here and hide?
You could try and get some cover from the bush, but you're not going to be obscured enough to hide unless you're like a wood elf. Then you can blend in with the you know, they'll see you just run into the bush, so they'll know where you are.
Alright, I'll take the dodge action then. And I'll probably run in the bush anyway.
You guys were attempting to actually stealth up, but you got seen. Okay, yeah, the bush will give you half cover. There's a lot of branches and trees and leaves and whatnot obscuring you. Alright, Hugh just looks up at all the Terrafolk. Ah! I ain't scared of no dactyls! Come at me! And then just gets ready with his battle axe. He's one arm. Tell him.
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, Ragdas will take them all out. We just gotta wait that long.
Sure. We just gotta protect his back and we'll be fine.
Just gotta dodge until Ragda kills them all.
Alright. I'm gonna use my action for Bless. Ragda, Victor.
Did you just bless an NPC? That is heresy.
Come on. You know what's Ragda.
In Ragda's presence, you are the NPC.
Exactly. It feels like we're following Ragda's quest at the moment. To save the world from the death curse. Ragda and the adventurers. Alright, and the last one goes on Turek.
Okay, Bless goes on. Make sure you add on that extra 1d4 onto your attack roll saving throws.
How far is this one?
100.
Yeah, my job here is done. Alright, good luck, guys.
Okay, the rest of them continue swooping down, closing the gap by 100 feet. Each and every one of them do the same thing. They're just looking very aggressive, swooping down from their nest.
So how high are they now?
So they started off at about 200 feet each, and then they've swooped down 100 feet, closing the gap. So they're 100 feet above you. Some of them are swooping around as well, panning around. Firefinger. Spreading out a bit as they dive. And they're all just doing the same thing. They're just diving to close the gap. So I'll just skip their turns ahead. Turg, you can take your turn.
I'm gonna come over here and ready a produce flame whenever one of them gets within 30 feet.
Okay. Alright, they start to move around in circular formations, twisting around and gliding as they angle their wings and start to pick up speed as they approach. Alright, Radgar still just waits, readying his spear, waiting for one to get in close enough. And this Terrafolk is going to just dive straight down at Victor into the bushes, just taking a dash action. Alright, as it gets close to you, Victor, it's actually quite terrifying to see this gaunt look in its eyes and its massive presence. It doesn't do anything to frighten you. Actually, I think this one's going to stay 30 feet in the air. He's not going to get all the way down. So he's still diving towards you.
Okay, but not attacking.
Nope. He takes a dash action. This Terrafolk starts swooping down as well to a height of 50 feet. And then he throws a javelin at Orion. Disadvantage. It's just a sharp sharpened pole basically. He throws it down and just sticks into the ground a few feet away from you, Orion.
Technically he did have bless.
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll his bless on. Alright, still a 1. Didn't help. Orion. Oh no, what? The Terrafolk had bless? That was a Yeah, that was a Terrafolk.
Oh.
I'm getting confused now.
I thought you'd bless the Terrafolk, but are you trying to kill me?
I thought that Ragnar was throwing his javelin for some reason.
Ragnar's actually got spears. A little bit different.
It's because it's unusual for them to be throwing weapons, but
Orion. Well, they have a humanoid configuration, arms and legs. Okay, Orion, you're up.
As a bonus action, I'll shift, become more bestial. That temp HP. And then I will shoot at the one that just threw a javelin at me. It's not disadvantaged because it's within range this time.
That's a hit. The arrow clips the Terrafolk, tearing through a piece of its wing. It lets out a screech.
And then I'll move 15 feet toward the ladder.
Victor.
okay. I'll hold aloft my holy symbol and I'll do my divine favour. And then I'll throw a dart at him.
That's a hit. Don't forget you've got bless as well. Alright.
D4 for the holy favour.
Yep. Alright, you've got it in there already, right?
Oh yeah, I do, yeah, sorry, I've done it already.
Alright, you aim very, very carefully, and the dart just glows in your hand. You throw it up at the Terrafolk as it's diving towards you, and the dart sticks into the Terrafolk's eye. The Terrafolk just roars out in agony. Oh! My eye! Oh! And starts screaming, yelling in common.
In common?
And grabbing its face.
I'll say hello!
Alright, Hugh just starts swinging around the battle axe. Like the blade of a helicopter. Just getting ready for them. Tell him.
As my action, I'm gonna cast Radiant Soul. And Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, as you start to glow and the spectral wings appear at your back, do you take up off the ground at all?
Yeah, I fly 10 feet in the air and I fly behind Victor.
Okay. This Terra folk is going to swoop down another 50 feet. And he's going to throw his javelin at you, Talon. He'll make a wisdom save first. And he resists the sanctuary, tosses the javelin at you at disadvantage. And it's a miss. Another Terrafolk darts down 50 feet towards Ragda. At this stage, Ragda's going to throw his spear up at it. Disadvantage. And it's a direct hit. He just takes that spear and it sticks straight into the Terrafolk's torso. The Terrafolk roars out in pain. It starts to beat its wings and it's just blood trailing down in the wind. It gets slightly displaced and then it tosses its javelin in response to that back at Ragda. Oh wait, it already... Oh no, yeah. It didn't do that. Okay, it narrowly... It actually hits Ragda. Narrowly skins him along his torso and Ragda barely flinches. Even though that javelin would probably take a man's head off.
What a badass.
This Terrafolk's going to close the gap by 50 feet. And he's going to toss a javelin at Victor. Disadvantage. It's a miss. Another one is going to close the gap by 50 feet. And he's going to throw a javelin at Talon. As he's reeling back to line up the javelin, you can see him struggling. And he ends up getting turned towards Victor. And is forced to throw the javelin at Victor instead. Disadvantage. And
No.
That's a miss. You've got cover as well from the bush. So he just throws it into the bushes, like an inch away from you, Victor. Javelin just cuts through all the leaves and sticks into the ground next to you. Spear tip first.
More ammo for me.
This javelin, this Terrafolk, sorry, closes the gap, throws a javelin at Hugh. And it hits Hugh. It clips him on the arm. The Terrafolk here flies down to a height of 50 feet above the ground, throws a javelin at Turig. So all of the Terrafolk have they're darting down towards you guys with incredible speed, and as they're closing the gap, there's just a big rain of javelins being shot down towards you all. And that hits you, Turig. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
I have a 13 AC.
It's showing 12. Oh no, it's showing 13. Never mind. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Yeah, 12. It's a miss. So, not a hit. Next Terrafolk is going to swoop in closer to Orion. And he's going to throw a javelin as well. Miss. Disadvantage. Another javelin at Hugh.
Why do they get disadvantage?
Because they're 50 feet away. And they're not very accurate from that distance with a javelin.
Because the DM said so. Shut up.
Yeah, they're 50 feet, so a javelin's range is disadvantage if it's further than 30 feet away. Turig.
I'm gonna run over here and cast Produce Flame. Because this one here is 30 feet up.
He is. That's a hit. You feel this holy light guiding your throw, and a little ball of flame flies up into the air, poof, slams into the terrorfolk. It knocks the terrorfolk back, and he comes screaming down, smashing into the jungle ground with a trail of black smoke in his wake.
Let out a freaking horrendous cry.
Alright. This terrorfolk, as he's swooping down for Hugh, he ends up turning at the last second after seeing Turig take out one of the terrorfolk. He angles himself to the side, glides down, and throws a javelin at Turig. And it hits. The javelin catches you for 9 piercing damage. It's a huge javelin as well. The javelin is about 6-7 foot long. This terrorfolk is going to do the same thing at Turig. It's a miss. Another massive javelin cuts through the jungle terrain. Alright, Ragda just grabs out another spear and he gets ready for a melee attack as he notices the terrorfolk closing the distance. Alright, the terrorfolk begin to just dive down now. You notice that none of them have javelins anymore. And they just are using their claws. This one flies straight down at Orion, claws first, coming into melee range. As it flies towards you, Orion, it looks quite terrifying. Its gaunt appearance, it's a humanoid shape, but dinosaur form. And you roll out of the way, the claw just cuts straight through some vines and solid pieces of wood from some nearby trees. And then it tries to bite at you. It hits. It uses this giant beak to snap onto you for 4 piercing damage. And it slashes again with its other claw. It hits for 3 slashing damage. Orion.
I will rage. And I will grow my big wolf mouth for the attack, and I will attack recklessly with my rapier.
Alright, you just take both hands on the rapier and plunge it into the terrorfolk with all your might. And it stabs into the terrorfolk's limb. And blood just flicks out into the air from that attack. The terrorfolk roars out. "Argh! You fucker!" it says.
I don't have anything witty. Bring it!
Victor.
Is this one on the ground?
No. There's only one on the ground, and it's this one. Little wing icon dictates, he should be 50 feet up. Dictates how many feet they are, so for each number you see on that wing, for example 5, means they're 50 feet above the ground.
Okay. So I might as well stay in the cover then. Yeah, I'll throw another javelin at this one. Not javelin, a dart.
That's a hit. Don't forget you've got bless as well. Alright, you aim a very perfect dart shot, and it sticks into the terrorfolk's neck. Its golden energy surrounds it. It causes the terrorfolk to start to spiral out of control a little bit as it grabs its clawed hand and sticks it onto the wound.
With my bonus action, sorry, can I do a dodge action with a key point?
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't want to because they already get disadvantage. No, actually, I will do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Alright, you step of the wind. Dodge. Hugh is going to just ready his battle axe. Come on! Come on, you bird brains! I'm ready for ya! I've fought dragons! He says. Tell him.
Okay, so they're all 50 feet up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna fly. So I'm 25 feet in the air. And yeah, I'm gonna. Well, you can say 20. And I'm gonna stay there and use my action to cast Divinity for Sacred Weapon.
Okay.
I'm just buffing.
So you've got a glaive, right?
Yep.
Or halberd? Glaive?
Halberd.
Alright, your halberd just... So you see Talon in the air. He's already glowing with this golden glow. He's got these spectral wings coming out of his back, and now his halberd is just got this jagged, radiant energy flowing over it.
I'm just buffing myself over here. Well, I mean, it's a good strategy, you know. Sanctuary while I'm buffing. Try to take some hits while I'm at it. Yeah. And yeah, just pretend I'm good.
This Terrafolk darts down for a dive attack at Victor. As it flies down, it uses its beak. Disadvantage. And it misses. It slams its beak into a brush and just cuts through all of the leaves. As it pulls its beak out of the soft jungle floor, it just uses these enormous claws to start rapidly slashing at you, Victor. You jump back as a claw misses you. And another claw misses you. The Terrafolk plants both its feet on the ground and it's just coming in with these rapid claw attacks. Hovering over you like twice your height. And this Terrafolk is going to dive down at Ragda. As it reaches Ragda, Radga catches the Terrafolk with a spear. The Terrafolk is still alive and it tries to hit its beak into Ragda. And it hits Ragda. You just see this beak, you know, at full speed just slam into Ragda. He jumps back and it only just catches his arm. But Radga is actually visibly shaking from that dive and he becomes frightened. And Terrafolk plants his feet on the ground, hovering over Ragda and starts slashing away. Radga just holds up his shield, trying to shield his face from the Terrafolk, and the claws just scrape along Ragda's shield. This Terrafolk does another dive attack at Victor. Same thing, beak first. It lands on the ground. It misses with its bite. And
the last one gets me.
Second claw gets you for 4 slashing damage.
Oh, that goes my...
As he slashes you, you feel this sharp pain across your arm and your concentration lapses. This Terrafolk dives down at Turek. Beak first. And it hits. The beak slams into you for 8 piercing damage, Turek. And this thing swooping down at you is terrifying. And you become frightened. So your attack rolls have disadvantage. So do your ability checks. And you can't move closer to that Terrafolk willingly. Then it tries to claw at you. It slashes and slashes, but both attacks miss. Plants its clawed feet on the ground. And this Terrafolk comes in at Hugh. It bites him and claws him. Hugh also swings his battle axe up at the Terrafolk. And Hugh becomes frightened as well as he's shaking. Whoops, wrong lot of damage. Alright, Hugh takes a few attacks there. He's not really too hurt. And this one will swoop down at Orion. Beak first. He has advantage. The beak misses you. He lands on the ground. He starts slashing. And a claw catches you for 2 slashing damage. Another Terrafolk dives down at Ragda. Ragda keeps on just using his shield, jumping around. The shield completely protects him. And next Terrafolk dives in at Hugh. Does the same thing. Bites and claws. Hugh's still holding his ground there. He takes a couple of claw attacks. Turig.
So I'm frightened. Does that mean I have to run away?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to take the advantage of this and turn into a Dionychus.
Okay. Alright, you just spring forth into your Dionychus form.
Gonna bite at the hurt one back here.
You've got a 10-foot reach?
50-foot reach.
Oh, he's up.
This one?
Okay.
No, he's on the ground. But he's 10 feet away from you.
No, I was gonna go for the
Oh, that
in
one?
the air.
Yeah, he's 50 feet.
Yeah.
He's 50 feet away. Alright, that bite attack will be at this guy. He'll have to be directed to him. That hits. Alright, you just chomp onto the Terrafolk. Just your sharp teeth pierce through one of its wings. And you hit with a claw. You slash.
I'm also going to use Fury of the Small.
Okay.
I think it just adds 3 damage.
Okay. Alright, you jump on the Terrafolk and just start rapidly slashing away using this Fury to just empower your attacks. And you just shred through one of the Terrafolk's wings, just cutting a hole straight through it. And you can see through the other side and blood is just trickling down its wing. The Terrafolk's looking pretty hurt already.
Last claw attack.
And that's a miss, even with Bless.
Do I get like a save for the frightened state?
No.
Okay.
Alright, it actually wears off though at the end of your turn. So you're not frightened anymore.
Well, it's my turn still, I guess.
No, I just, because your token was still on the map, I just had to hide it. The Terrafolk is going to dive down, actually, at Talum, so it moves 25 feet closer, and it's going to make a wisdom save. It's trying to use its beak on you. What is your DC, Talum?
He saves.
Okay. He's not as terrifying when he doesn't fly that far. So, he hits you, but you're not frightened. He still just chomps onto you for 6 piercing damage with this enormous beak. And then, as he's using his 20-foot wingspan to keep himself aloft, he's just slashing at you with his free arms.
Doesn't he need to make it for every attack?
It does.
Yeah.
And he's held back. He can't attack you. This Terrafolk is going to do the same thing. Alright, he gets to you, Talum, and then this invisible force just keeps him from actually hitting you with the beak. His claws are sort of stuck mid-throw of slashing at you. And he just ends his turn there. So Sanctuary protects you. Alright, Ragda is going to start stabbing at disadvantage. And he just impales one of the Terrafolk straight through the neck with his spear. Blood spurts out everywhere. He lets out a groan. He drags the spear out of the Terrafolk's neck, and then he swings his shield at the other one. He misses, and then he swings a shield again. And this time, with a 14, he just clips the Terrafolk in the leg with the sharp end of his shield. And the Terrafolk stumbles back a little bit, and you hear like a loud snap, like he just broke the Terrafolk's leg, but the Terrafolk's just still limping and not prone.
Wasn't he feared by that one? Or both of them?
He's not. It doesn't matter who he's feared by.
Okay.
He's not frightened anymore. And the Terrafolk is going to keep on using his attacks. He's like on the ground now, 10 feet tall, and he just starts slashing at Orion. It's a miss. A claw catches you for 1 slashing damage, and then it leans in for a bite. And it misses you. Then it leaps back and takes up into the air 30 feet, provoking an opportunity attack if you want to take it. You hit. As the Terrafolk leaps back, you jump up Orion and just stab the rapier straight through its neck. The Terrafolk ends up stumbling over. It gets up to about 10 feet, and then it just loses momentum with its wings. Blood is just pissing out all over the jungle floor, and the Terrafolk crashes into some nearby bushes.
Awesome.
And you're up.
I'll move in with my best buddy Ragda here, and I'll recklessly attack the healthy one here.
That's a hit. You just stab it in the leg. A decent wound. Victor.
Okay, I'll try and swing at the one southerly of me. I'll bring up my spear. Oh, I guess I didn't, because I missed it.
Okay.
I'm going.
You've got sharpshooter on, but you're using a melee attack?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I did that wrong, didn't I?
Alright. So
It's
what,
two-handed.
plus 5 onto that?
Yeah.
So 11, it's a miss.
And then with my bonus action, I will. This isn't looking too good. Help me, Ilma, and I'll do a shield of.
Alright. Golden shield starts orbiting you, Victor. Plus 2 onto your AC. Hugh smiles. I thought you were bigger when you're up there! And the Terrafolk is like 3 times Hugh's height. Hugh just starts recklessly attacking with his battle axes. Like a berserker, just slashing away. Like a weak berserker. Tell him.
Well, first thing first, I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity from this guy.
Okay.
But he needs to make wisdom.
He does try to attack you, but he loses the attack. Sanctuary protects you.
Alright. And I stumble there, and I try to stab this thing, finally dropping my sanctuary.
Alright, in midair, you pan around the Terrafolk. They try to swipe at you. You fly up behind it, and you jam the golden halberd straight through the Terrafolk's back. Its head lurches back, and it just starts circling down, hitting the jungle floor very hard.
Um,
Spirals down to its
Yeah.
death.
By the way, the 3 first rounds you just heard from Talon. Come, come.
Powering up your spirit bomb. You're like, I call upon the leaves and the dirt and the air for 3 rounds.
Yeah. And I'm still 20 feet up in the air
Here comes some help.
above this guy.
It's good to see you.
The Terrafolk continues his attacks against you, Victor. Tries to bite you firstly. That misses. It tries to claw at you. And again. And the golden shield is just quickly moving around in front of the Terrafolk's attacks, deflecting off the attacks. A bit of golden energy is like being loosed from the Shield of Faith. The Terrafolk then roars. It screeches at you. Ah! Just stay still! And then it leaps back, using its wings rapidly to launch itself 30 feet in the air.
Do I get opportunity attack?
You do.
Does it have to be melee or does it be ranged?
Single melee attack.
Okay, two-handed then.
That's a hit. Alright, you
Awful.
just managed to clip it, putting a small rip in its wing. This Terrafolk also attacks you, Victor. And as you're contending with that one, the other Terrafolk comes in from behind you and slams a beak into you for 7 piercing damage, just trying to chomp down onto you.
Oh, what's with my con saves?
That pain kind of knocks you forward a bit. The Shield of Faith drops. Now I've got you, the Terrafolk says.
He does have Bless, though.
Yeah, add on a Bless onto your saving throw, Victor. There's actually if you click your token, you have a Bless macro in your macro bar.
Oh, okay. Do I click on the button?
Yeah, and that'll roll
Okay.
a d4 just in case you ever need it.
Okay, cool. I'll do that then.
Still
So I'll put
doesn't
all
help
these
you.
global save modifiers and things. I'll take those all off, yeah?
No, you can leave it. It just doesn't work for the concentration API. It
Okay.
doesn't include the modifier.
I still failed anyway.
Alright, both claws miss. As you jump back, you feel the wind off the claws narrowly miss you. And then this Terrafolk does the same thing, just rapidly beats his wings and flies backwards 30 feet in the air.
So, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, he's gonna leave your reach because you've got the halberd. Alright, you hit him and just tear the blade of the halberd across his side. And he just keeps up that same movement. This Terrafolk is going to attack Turig. Ha ha ha! Little shape changer! I bet you still taste the same! As he tries to bite you, Turig. I've eaten plenty of batiri! And bites you for 6 piercing damage. I much prefer the babies though, supple and tender. And then slashes at you for 5 damage. And slashes at you again and misses. And I think he's just going to stay on the ground because his melee attacks are working reasonably well. Meanwhile, Hugh's having his own battle. He's just getting like obliterated by one of the Terrafolk. Yeah, Hugh's not looking too good. You just see the Terrafolk just rapidly biting him, slashing into him. This one's going to bite at Orion. It's a miss. As you tumble out of the way, it tries to claw you a couple of times. Both attacks hit you for a total of 4 slashing damage, Orion. And then it's going to leap back into the air, using that same tactic that the other ones do. Flying backwards and up 30 feet. And that leaves the Terrafolk open for an attack, if you want to take it, Orion. And it's a crit! Alright, you hit the Terrafolk hard, just stabbing the rapier into its leg, and as it flies up, you just twist the rapier and like rips the Terrafolk's leg clean off, and the Terrafolk's just screaming "Ah!" as it continues to fly off, minus a leg. This one's going to attack Ragda. A couple of attacks. Ragda just utilizes that shield, spinning it around as he needs, and he takes a scratch. Terrafolk flies back up, and Ragda hits it really hard with the spear, almost killing it on the way up. Okay, meanwhile Hugh's getting just destroyed by these Terrafolk. Oh, this one should be on the ground. It's just going to bite and claw at him. Hugh just yells out now, "Gah! These damn beasties!" And Hugh's just covered in blood everywhere from the Terrafolk slashing at him. This one leaps up and Hugh's going to make an opportunity attack with his battle axe. He hits, returning an attack. Turig.
Turig is going to bite at the creature in front of him. Oh, wrong sheet, sorry.
Don't forget your bless. You can click the bless macro in your macro bar.
I don't know how to bring that up.
Click your token and then you'll see bless in the top left hand corner of your screen.
Oh, I see it.
I think you may be able to actually click that macro and drag it down, maybe, or maybe not. Anyway, 12 is a hit.
Okay.
Alright, you jump up and bite the Terrafolk on the neck and just rip its neck straight out. It steps back a couple of times and blood just sprays out into the air. The Terrafolk falls down and impales himself on a sharp stick sticking up out of it, on his own javelin that's been thrown onto the ground from earlier.
I let out a battle roar and then I rush over to Hugh's creature. Moving over 20 feet in a straight line.
Alright, Hugh just smiles. Ha! Thank you, little raptor! Okay, you pounce. The claw hits. And you slash into the Terrafolk's leg. The Terrafolk remains standing. And you hit again with the claw. And you just slash the Terrafolk's neck, and it just grabs its neck and chokes out onto the ground dead.
Okay. I think I'm going to burn a spell slot and regain some hit.
Okay. Alright, use combat wild shape, and the small scratches that you'd had Turig just magically seal up. All of a sudden they just close right up, all those injuries. This Terrafolk is going to fly up 30 feet. Actually, how far are you telling me? You're 25 feet. He's 25 feet. He just he's just gonna just dive straight in at you, tell him. He's not gonna try and swoop around or anything. He tries to bite you and claw you. And a single claw catches you for 6 slashing damage. That knocks out your concentration.
Bless goes down.
Oh, joking. Just got the hang of it.
That's the Terrafolk's turn. He's just same height as you, Talon, 25 feet, just slashing away in the air. Alright, Ragda is going to just ready his spear. Come on! Come on, cowards! Fight on the ground! And he just keeps on hitting his spear on his chest. Orion.
I'll get up my bow and shoot this one.
Alright, you take out your bow, kneel down, aim up, and as the Terrafolk's swooping in at you, you just hit it straight in the head, and it just the force of that launches the Terrafolk back a couple of feet, and it just spirals down, smashing its head on some rocks near the base of Firefinger.
And then everything on here is difficult terrain, right?
The areas that have all of the trees and that are.
Gotcha. So I'll move toward the fight here. And then if I can, I'll try to get out my rapier on the way.
You can only do one weapon swap per turn.
Gotcha.
Victor, so you still got your bow for now.
Okay.
Alright, there are
15.
just 5 left. You've killed 7 of them so far.
So I'm gonna throw a dart up in the air, and I'm gonna run out the way.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. I meant dart. Doesn't matter.
Well, it can be a spear.
Yep, I guess it's going back down again.
That's a hit. Alright, you aim your sharpshooter spear straight up at the Terrafolk, and it just sticks straight into the Terrafolk's torso, impaling it. The Terrafolk's just wildly trying to keep its balance in the air now.
Okay, I'll draw my quarterstaff for now, and then I'll continue my movement. So that's 20.
Still only one weapon per turn you can draw, so that
Okay.
would have had to be in the spear.
I think I had the spear out though. Oh no, I didn't add the dart out. Okay, cool.
Hugh tries to pat Turug on the head. Good little raptor! Now it's ready! When these sick bastards fly back down! I can't believe they said that they'll eat your babies! And Hugh's just readying his axe. Talon.
I fly to the other side of this guy and halberd in the way.
Alright, you intercept the Terrafolk and just drag the halberd across the Terrafolk's neck. No, oh, you still got, yeah, that's right. You've got the radiant damage because that's not a concentration thing. And you actually just scrape the halberd straight through the Terrafolk, and the Terrafolk chokes out on blood and slams straight down into the ground. Hard. Just 4 left.
I go, Actually, no, I don't go there. I'm gonna stay here and, yeah, just wait behind Dorian, and I'm gonna be 20 feet above the ground.
Okay.
Instead of 25.
The Terrafolk does its dive attack at Orion. Dives in, beak first. It hits. As it flies down, it makes you scared, Orion. And you become frightened. You hit for 2 piercing damage. It slashes, and it slashes. Crits you with a claw, slashing you across the face with 1 single claw for 6 points of damage. It then leaps back. It does like a bit of a flyby. It angles itself sideways as it flies down, and it takes back up to the air 20 feet.
So that's the ability flyby, or
No. It doesn't. It still provokes, but
okay.
I have a bow, so I can't. I
Okay.
can't really attack Vapid.
No.
all right. Tell him you almost. Well, actually, you don't almost hit it. No bless. Okay.
No, that's not bless.
Oh, the +3's for sacred weapon. Okay.
Yep.
You almost hit it. Missed by about an inch. As that one darts in, this one flies in at Talum. Actually, Talum, you shouldn't have got an opportunity attack there. Anyway, because you're 20 feet above Orion.
Well, I'm 20 feet off the ground. These things are 10 feet high in the air, and I got 10 feet range.
You're still 5 feet off. Actually, oh yeah. You were just. It was just in your range. You're right. Okay, so this one just dives straight at you, Talum. Beak first. It misses you with the beak. It starts slashing away with its claws, and a claw catches you for 3 damage. And that Terrafolk's just going to stay in the air, just using its wings to stay hovering there and leaving its arms kind of free to attack. This one's going to swoop down at Ragda. As it comes in at Ragda, Radga tries to jump up and spear it, but the Terrafolk anticipates the attack, and it changes its angle at the last second, spins around to the side, tries to smash its beak into Ragda. It misses. It claws and claws. It misses, and then it scoffs and flies up another 20 feet. And this one is going to dart down here towards Hugh, and Hugh's going to attack with a reaction. Hugh misses, and the Terrafolk beak first tries to slam into Hugh. It pierces Hugh with its beak and catches Hugh with a claw, and Hugh is covered in blood, but he's just roaring and screaming, and he's still standing, and the Terrafolk's gonna take back up to the air. Tureg, you hit it with a claw, and you cut through its arm as it makes its way back up 20 feet. Alright, they're all 20 feet in the air. Tureg, you're up.
Tureg is going to ready in action. He's going to. They're all out of reach, so he's gonna ready in action for when one comes back to.
Okay. Ragda is going to step forward and throw his spear. He throws his spear at the Terrafolk, but it misses. That's his turn done. Orion, you're frightened.
Well, shit. With my bow, I'm actually going to try to hit this one over here. So this is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Why don't you just shoot the one right in front of you?
Alright, you try not to look at the Terrafolk because it's just there's this level of fear just cutting through you, Orion, and you end up just like hitting some poor innocent bird that was flying around like over in this direction. Bird crashes down onto the ground. It was a dodo as well.
Oh,
You monster!
EPA is going to get all over me on that
It's an extinct species.
Now it is.
It was thought to be extinct. Alright, Victor.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a dart at this one in front of me. Oh, rubbish.
It's a miss. The dart flies beyond the Terrafolk and slams into the side of Firefinger and just drops down onto the ground at the base of the spire.
I think I'm gonna take a dodge action.
Okay. Hugh is going to just, he's breathing heavily. Come on! Come at me! And he's just readying that axe again. Despite his injuries, he like doesn't back down or anything like that. Tell him.
Huh. Well, first of all, I attack it.
That's a hit. You slash through the terrafolk, leaving it pretty hurt.
Pretty hurt, but not hurt enough.
All in all, these terrafolk are starting to look outnumbered and badly hurt.
Well, yeah, that's it.
I mean, they can speak common.
We'll be back for you all! And the terrafolk flies up 100 feet. And it uses the spire of Firefinger for cover. As it flies up, it dashes away. This one, it also takes a dash action, so you get an opportunity attack, tell him, because it flies away. As it tries to retreat, you cut it down and it just glides, slamming onto the ground near Firefinger. So it loses momentum. And they all just start to retreat. This one flies up around the back of Firefinger as it's increasing in elevation. And this one does the same thing. When we recover, we will be back for you, it says. And it starts to fly up. Could possibly take it out though, so just continue the turn order for now, because there is a possibility that like Orion could hit it or something with a ranged attack. Radka just smirks. Cowards! He just goes over and like picks up his spear. Orion.
So this is a disadvantage just because it's both out of range, and I think I'm still frightened too.
You're not frightened, but you are out of range. It got up to 120 feet.
Alright.
And you actually clip it with the arrow, but it's not enough to kill it, and then it just, with blood just weeping behind it, it managed to make an escape now.
Well, technically it's still my turn after.
Okay, well, I mean, you fly 30 feet, right? It's flying twice your speed. You can't catch
Wait,
it.
it's 120 feet in the air. Oh.
Yeah,
My math is
120.
wrong. I was
you-
thinking I can throw a javelin at it, but yeah, it's 60 feet
Yeah.
max.
It's able to escape. No one will be able to catch it, and then they just, they use the Firefinger as cover.
I'll pick up my spear.
I'd like to take a look at that dodo. If it's as rare and as endangered, it must be worth something. Right?
Make a nature check.
Nature.
You go over to see that rare bird that you'd shot, and at first you thought it was a dodo, then you realize it was actually just a colorful parrot.
Darn. Is everybody okay? Should we rest first? Hugh, you look awful.
Ah, 'tis a scratch, he says.
You are covered in blood.
I could do a rest. That was quite scary.
Hugh just falls over on a rock.
Who's up for a rest then?
Can I, well, with the last 20 seconds, something with my fly, Can I get like on the first floor of this thing?
Okay. You going in by yourself?
Wait, wasn't there like an exterior, you know, like a ledge that you could basically walk around?
No, not at this level. There is a cave opening. You could like sort of fly up to the same level and stay away from the mouth of the cave if you want. You don't know what's in there.
No.
And it's
yeah,
a
I don't know
60-foot
what's in
drop. No, you can fly up enough just to take a look quickly if you want.
Alright,
I mean, you could fly in there if you want as well. It's completely up to you. Alright, you can...
Well, I don't have that much time, so
Okay.
I just
peer
check
up.
what's in there, and that's it.
You see a cave formation, like a hollowed cavity in the middle of Firefinger with some tunnels worming around, sneaking around inside. It's kind of dark in there as well. There's not a whole lot of light reaching in. And then your wings...
Besides all my...
You going in?
No.
Are you going in or not? Because it just looked like you just went in.
I just sneak peek.
Alright, well, you went in, so... as you're going in there, you see a very dark cavity about 15 feet beyond the ladder. And then, like, your wings are running out, Talon.
Yeah, I fly down.
You managed to get down just in time before your wings disappear.
All my shiny stuff also goes away, so... Whew, well, there's a cave system in that thing.
I don't like the idea of taking a rest literally on their doorstep. They say, hey, we're coming back for you. Maybe we could retreat to a defensible location, a hidden place where we rest. Or we could just push on. What do y'all think?
Definitely need a rest.
Ooh, that's experience.
I would pay money to see Turg the dinosaur climb that ladder.
Alright,
Sure,
so
the dinosaur tries to climb the ladder.
you could attempt to climb it. So you're climbing up now, Turg?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna just split from the party?
Well, I can't really communicate. I'm kind of trying to show that I want to at least press forward. Maybe it's safe inside.
Okay.
What's
But
that?
you can also hear what everyone else is saying. They're calling for a rest. So you're ignoring that and
last
going
name?
on by yourself?
Timmy fell down a well.
I bite at you.
Talon,
Alright, make me a strength check, Turg. I guess you try to climb the wooden ladder, rope and wood ladder. Alright, you leap up and up and up and up, and you reach the top. Alright, Turg goes up and disappears beyond the
Turg,
your view.
Talon, just spread some healing around. Let's get going. We can't abandon Turg.
Alright, Turg, as you move in to this cavity, it's very, very dark. You can see a narrow tunnel snaking around to your east, and a pit, 10-foot deep pit, spanning the center of the cavern, and then another flat landing of rock beyond the pit.
Well, I guess we go up. Well, and I put on Hugh 10 points of healing.
Yeah, Hugh says, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. and you heal him up, tell him, but he's still in the same boat. It doesn't. You could try and convince him to go on if you want.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't stay here, you know. If the Terra folk are gonna come after you, it's best if you stay with us. We'll just make more, you know, sure you're safe next time.
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Never mind.
Alright, Hugh actually says it doesn't take him much to persuade him actually. Oh, you know what? Ha! Beats pussyfooting around with them lot. I'd rather be with you and die than survive and listen to that boring mooserib. I'm with you. Just be warned, I may slow you down a little bit. It may be a bit hard for me to climb the ladder with, given the circumstances. Alright, so Turig, you are just waiting by the cave mouth.
Yep.
Climb the ladder.
Alright, make a athletics check to climb the ladder, Orion. You're climbing up the ladder, and the rope and the wood looks kind of ancient. So you're trying to impose most of your weight onto the most substantial part of the rope. And also you're using some of the natural shells of rock as footholds as you climb, as not put too much tension on the rope. And you climb up 60 feet and join Turig atop the ladder.
Would it be easier if I dropped the rope down?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a rope.
I'll put part of the rope in Turg's mouth, and I'll hold another part and drop the rest of it down.
Alright, you drop the rope down, and it doesn't quite reach the bottom.
Oh.
It's about 10 feet short.
We can climb up 10 feet and then climb on the ladder, climb on the rope.
Well, I also have rope of 50 feet. Can I tie it?
How are you going to tie it? It's 10 feet above you.
Yeah, I know. Magic. D&D magic.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a spell that could do that.
What about climbing up on one of these little rocks?
You wouldn't be able to reach it. That's like 5 feet away from the ladder.
Maybe tie it to like a javelin or something and then throw.
Not a bad idea. Drop a javelin on it.
Sure.
Let's move out the way.
Catch!
Alright, Talon. Or sorry, Victor, you're throwing a spear up to Orion with a rope attached to it?
No, the other way round. He's going to throw one down, I think.
He's going to throw a javelin down?
With a rope attached to it.
You see it? Hold up.
You have 2 ropes, Orion?
I have 1 rope.
Okay.
You have ropes down there. If you guys have a spear, you can tie a rope to that and toss it up. So that way I can tie the 2 ropes together and then drop one down. Or somebody can make the DC 10 athletics check.
Alright, I'm just gonna javelin toss him up the rope tied to it.
Alright, make a sleight of hand check, Talon, to tie the rope.
It's perfect.
Make a dexterity check to throw the javelin.
Shouldn't it be strength, since javelins are strength?
Dexterity check.
Alright.
Alright, you throw the javelin up, trying to angle it directly into the cave, and the rope comes off. You didn't tie it very well. And just a javelin lands up there next to Orion and Turig.
You got the rope?
Turig kicked the javelin off.
As you guys are doing this, we're going to roll initiative.
Well, shit.
4 giant wolf spiders have snuck up behind Orion and Turig from the deep pit. They attempt to surprise you guys. They're huge. About the size of a dog.
About the size of Turg.
And everybody is surprised.
Sure.
Wait, I have 30 passive perception.
Okay, so their giant wolf spiders are very furry. They're the size of a small dog. And they've got huge mandibles. You've got no idea that they're behind you guys. The tunnel here is about 10 feet high. 7 to 10 feet high. In this area, it's 10 feet near the opening. It gets 7 feet in the narrower sections of the tunnel. So this spider is actually able to climb up above the other one. And as it creeps up on you, Turig, it's not hidden from you because it's like just in plain sight. So it just tries to bite you with a regular attack. It misses. Alright, this one tries to bite you as well, Turig. It misses. Ryan, you're surprised. Everyone else is surprised. This giant wolf spider tries to bite Orion, jumping on him and missing. And the next one climbs up atop the other one space, tries to bite Orion as well. And then I'm just going to cycle through back to the start of the initiative. Alright, so Orion and Turig, as you're doing this, Talum and everyone down the bottom of the ladder just sort of point up and see these giant spiders just creeping up, trying to bite everyone. The giant wolf spider tries to bite Turig again. And it hits. Turig, make a constitution save against poison. You resist the poison and you take 12 points of damage.
That's actually 1 damage off max roll.
Yeah, that was a big roll. And this one tries to bite you as well, Turig. And it hits. Make a constitution save against poison. Alright, you resist again and you take 7 points of damage. Okay. Still alive. And okay, you're still up. You resist the poison. That's it. You didn't revert or anything as well. Orion, you're up.
It would be 2 actions to grab one and move it over, like, off of the edge. Is that correct?
But you can grapple it and
But I
pull
can't,
it.
like, throw it. Can I throw it down? Like, if I successfully grapple, can I throw it off the 60-foot ledge?
Sure.
Sweet.
It would cost you 20 feet of your movement to do so. And I will give the spider a saving throw.
Okay. Would I be going down with it, or am I
No.
just tossing it off?
You grab it,
I will-
swing it around behind you, and then try to throw it off the ledge.
I will try to do that.
Alright, make an athletics check
Alright.
to grapple. Alright, the spider attempts to spring out of the way, but you grab onto one of its spidery arms. Is it the top one or the bottom one?
Top one. That's the one I can reach.
Okay, we can reach both of them.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. Top one.
Okay. Alright, and then you spin it around using 20 feet of your movement, and you attempt to throw it off the ledge by letting go of it. It's going to make a dexterity save as it falls, and it managed to cling on to the side of Firefinger, sticking to the surface.
And then I will not rage on my turn.
Hugh points up at you all. Ha! There's a rodent infestation up there!
He's a smart one.
Watch out! The giant wolf spider leaps onto you, Orion, tries to bite you. Miss. Alright, this one, as it's stuck to the side of Firefinger, crawls back around the side and near the mouth of the cavern, Orion. And it's just going to try and bite you from outside. You've got half cover. Miss. The cave, the lip of the cave, protects you as you use it for a bit of cover. Radka's going to throw his spear at disadvantage at this one. He misses, and the spear just slams into the side of Firefinger. Victor.
I'll throw a dart at this one.
That's a miss. Your dart also smashes into the side of Firefinger.
Move over this way a bit. Okay, I'm done.
Turig.
Turig is going to bite at one of them.
Top one or bottom one?
Top one.
That's a hit. You chomp onto it and rip off a leg.
And I'm gonna scratch at the same one.
It's a miss. And another miss. Spider leaps back. Out of reach.
And that's my turn.
Tell him.
Well, I'm just like, Paler, guide me, and I throw a javelin with the disadvantage on the other one, and I don't have sacred weapon on that.
It's a miss, and another javelin just slams into the side of Firefinger.
And now, as my bonus action, I just yell out "Unga Bunga."
Okay. Alright, the giant wolf spider retaliates at you, Turig, trying to bite you with these furry, massive mandibles. It hits. Make a con save against poison. This one will revert you as well. You resist the poison, so you take 10 points of damage. And that makes you revert to Turig. And you're on 0 hit points as Turig. Alright, so you are now poisoned and stable, but you're also paralyzed as the poison reduces you to 0 hit points. Giant wolf spider then gets ready to grab you and take you back for dinner. This one's going to bite. It's going to crawl over here and bite at Orion. Orion, you're hit. Make a constitution save against poison. You fail and take 17 points of damage.
That's a lot.
The mandibles pierce you and they really hurt, and then the poison is even worse. Horrible pain shoots up throughout your system. Orion.
I will recklessly attack the spider holding Turig.
It hits and you cut through one of its legs.
Oof. I probably should have dodged.
Hugh is just going to poke his tongue out, and then he takes his finger and he wipes his finger on his tongue, and then he holds his finger out in the air, and then he nods, and then he keeps his tongue poked out, squints one eye, and then he throws his battle axe up at the giant wolf spider. Improvised weapon attack. And it almost hits the spider, but not quite. The giant wolf spider is going to try and bite you, Orion, and it misses. This one's also going to try and bite you. And that cover protects you again.
Oof.
Radgar goes over, picks up his spear and throws it back up at the spider directly above him. And he misses. He almost hits you as well, Orion. Ah! Cowards! He calls out. Victor.
Can I throw a dart at the one that's got the goblin?
No, you don't have a line of sight.
Okay, so I'll just attack this one then. If it's on the side here, I'll do it with a spear.
Okay. It's a mess. The side of Firefinger is slowly getting eroded, chipped away. Talon.
I haven't even got a cure wounds or anything yet.
Well, I don't have much of anything at all, especially at 60 feet range. After, my fly has been used. Well...
You climb the ladder.
Didn't you throw like a weapon or something before? Javelin or something?
Yeah, I know.
Spear?
I can... I'm just gonna throw a javelin at that thing. With disadvantage. Whoa!
You hit it, and it cuts off one of the spider's legs.
8 more to go. But I don't have that many javelins.
They're all falling back down again though, so Ragnar picked these up.
Can I try to climb the ladder?
Yep. You'll go, how much do you move already? 5? So you're at the base of the ladder now, and you can make an athletics check. You will, you'll get 10 feet up the ladder with your remaining 25 feet of movement. Alright, you climb up, again using the footholds to try and not...
I haven't moved, and I'm not a dwarf.
Oh, you didn't move?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, climb speed is halved. Alright, you get 15 feet up.
Okay, well, still, it's better than 10. Alright, that's it.
Alright, this wolf spider grapples Turig and starts dragging him off. So you get to attack him, Orion. If you miss, then, well, you're responsible for Turig's death. No pressure. You missed.
I missed. Damn it. Sorry, Terry.
16 misses? Wow.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're reckless.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
Terry.
You cut off a leg, but it keeps on jittering around and continues to drag Turig off. This one just moves out of the way a little bit as they're kind of dancing around each other. Their furry legs are going everywhere, and this one tries to bite you, Orion.
So creepy.
And you need to make a con save against poison.
I think either way I'm down.
No? Oh, that's right. You're not raging. So
Yeah.
you're now stable, Orion. You're just paralyzed and poisoned, though.
We're doing great, guys.
Okay, Orion. You don't need to make a death save. You're just shh.
Should have taken that short rest.
He's going to go over and grab his battle axe. Gah, stay still! And he's going to throw it again. Gah! He misses. Alright, this giant wolf spider grapples Orion. And you see Orion just get dragged away from the mouth of the cave. And this one also retreats back into the cave. I'm going to break initiative for now.
Well, I'm going after them, though.
Okay. You can go after them if you want to go in by yourself.
Well, I mean, I need to save them before they die. Well, that's...
Radgar's going to follow you.
They might cocoon them.
Hugh will follow as well. You guys can
bloody
choose the
hell.
order that you want to go up. Tell him.
I follow Ragd.
Alright, Victor, you go up next. Victor, make a athletics check.
Hang on. Is the rope still there?
Nope. The rope would have dropped down when Orion fell unconscious. Or, yeah. When he fell
I
unconscious.
just don't know if I can get up here. That's the thing.
Well, make an athletics check and you'll find out.
Okay, have a go.
I just realized that Petra is probably one of the Ptera folks. Just change the E and D in place.
You get up easily, Victor. Radka's next. Radka doesn't even use the ladder. He's just like, it's like Wolverine or something. Just like the Beast from X-Men, just arm over arm climbing up like a savage animal. You actually have to look behind you, Victor, because you think there's like some sort of beast coming up behind you. And Hugh. He gets up. And Petra, apparently. Alright, we're actually going to take a 10-minute break now. And then Petra's here now as well, so when we get back I'll explain what's going on. So take a 10-minute break. I'll see you guys back soon. For dinner. For a nice snack.
Yeah.
See you guys shortly.
Right, so what I miss?
Well,
My goblin's an idiot.
I mean, Orion's not much better.
So people are dead?
We are on the verge. We just finished the fight with the Terrafolk, and like 2 or 3 ran off, and then we were like debating on whether to take a short rest, and like kind of moseyed into the dungeon, kind of on accident. And then while we were like trying to get everybody up, some spiders attacked us, but there were only 2 of us up at the like up on a ledge. So me and Turi got ganked by a group of 4 spiders, and now we are unconscious, paralyzed, and wrapped in about to get eaten.
How far up are you, and can I see?
No.
We're 60 feet away.
We are pulled into the cave system.
Yeah, we're 60 feet up, and we're like getting drugged further.
Yeah. I did make a few backup characters, so it's all good.
Yeah, and athletics is not my best my best skill.
Yeah,
Minus
so-
1.
I saw that -1 on there.
Well, if I can get to you, I still have all my spells at least. Also, what is the current experience?
Current experience is 2357.
Oh, so we're almost close to level 4.
Yeah, about 400 off.
Well, I think this is the first TPK.
So
Bunch
what you're
of-
saying is that we should leave him and run?
Nah, I'm saying that this TPK. Well, no, actually, Ragd will live.
Well, we can always try to kill the spiders. How hard are the spiders?
Not too hard, but they hit hard. Well, I mean, I can save one person, like, from the poison effect. But that takes 2 turns, so probably best if we kill them before that.
Yeah, because I could try to target them down with spells. And then if I can actually get to one in time, and I could probably heal or spare the dying.
Well, they are stable already,
Yeah, we're
so...
not dying.
The problem is that they are paralyzed for 1 hour now.
That just means we put them in funny positions for an hour.
Hmm?
That just means we put them in funny positions for an hour.
Funny fact, we killed 12... Well, we killed a lot of Terrafolk. We killed like 9 Terrafolk from 12. But we died to 4 spiders. Well, but yeah, I did kind of blew out everything on that fight because it was kind of a difficult fight.
Why were we fighting Terrafolk again?
Because we came across Firefinger.
Yeah, and they just were there and they attacked us, so we killed them. And I kind of blew out literally almost everything in my kit. Now I only have 1 spell slot, but even then I couldn't help, the Oriana or Turig because I don't have 60 feet of range on any of my spells.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that does.
Sanctuary is 30 feet. Yeah. Shield of Fate, but I don't think Shield of Fate would really save anything there. Shield of Fate 60 feet.
It wouldn't really help them. Well, I guess it would. It would help them because it would be harder to get, I guess, hit them.
Well, either way, now I will go up there and probably smite one of those spiders.
I can finally use Scorching Ray.
We're almost level 4 though. And I can take my Pole Arm Master. So I can do even more damage. Yippee!
I'm guessing these spiders have a decent amount of HP.
Nope. Not that much. I think like 20 HP. But the Terrat folk had like 30 HP each, about. So killing 9 was pretty much a big achievement, and they were large in size.
Yeah, because I can cast magic missile a bunch of times. How many spiders are there? 2?
4. All I want is to take a long rest now.
How long have you been traveling in this day, though?
I don't know. Midday. The whole session started with the combat, so
How long did you travel last session before you got into combat?
no idea. But the sun is still up, so either way, we're pretty fucking lost, so that's a good thing.
Oh, the traveling, I guess, before we got lost.
Yeah, now we're even further away than we were at the start. We're literally going the wrong direction for the whole session.
Okay.
And not...
Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome. Alright, let's continue. So, yeah?
Well, we were climbing up. I probably would cast light on, I know, Ragda's shield.
Okay. He reaches down and touches shield. Thank you, he says. Alright, so Petra, you were just with the other party members, hanging out a few hundred feet away from Firefinger, which is a 300-foot tall naturally formed spire of rock with smoke issuing from a flaming beacon at the top of it. The walls of the spire are sheer and dotted with small caves, and there are frail-looking ladders hanging from narrow ledges at various heights. You saw the party fighting these terror folk as they attempted to sneak up to Firefinger to find out what's in it and get to the top to use it as a lookout. The terror folk resemble humanoids mixed with pterodactyls. They wield javelins, they're about 10 feet tall, they have a 20-foot wide wingspan and an evil look. The battle with the terror folk went well, and the party had managed to fight them off. However, you noticed some giant spiders sneak up, well, some wolf spiders sneak up on Turg and Orion and drag them into Firefinger, so you've rushed to aid them. And everyone's climbing up one of these ladders, so Petra, you can make an athletics check as you've rushed to join them.
Sorry. Do I have to climb, or can I see them from here?
The ladder is 60 feet tall, so no. I'll take a look at this map. So that distance from the bottom of that ladder to the cave mouth is 60 feet tall, and you just see everyone disappearing from view into the cave mouth.
And it's an athletics check.
Yep. If you want to climb up, if not, then you can stay down the bottom. But let's see.
Well, I'm guessing they need my help, so I will try.
You have run over to help. Yeah, you can easily climb up.
13's not so bad.
Yeah, you get up easily. Alright, so as you guys, I'll just take off the isometric view so you guys don't get too confused at the moment. So you're over here. So this is the top-down view. So as you guys head into the cave, it's very uneven. It's very natural in the way it's formed with the shelves of rock and whatnot.
Victor jumps off.
Victor, you jumping off, Victor? It's a
No,
60-foot
just
drop.
back.
So you take a look inside, and it's very dark. The natural sunlight doesn't get too far into the cave, and you do notice this 10-foot deep pit up ahead, and it's quite dark. There's also a little narrow tunnel about 7 feet high wending off to your right as you enter, and it's kind of silent in here. You just hear the sound of the rain because it's raining today, just like the rain in the distance. A little bit of wind blowing in at this height, a bit of light rain.
Okay, so I like spells cast.
You're casting light? Okay. On what are you casting it on? An item?
I do it on my hat.
Okay. Alright, you cast light and head on in, and as you come around the corner, the light illuminates the pit, and you see Orion and Turig just resting in the corner here. And all of a sudden, the 4 giant wolf spiders, they just leap out at you, clung to the side of the wall, and they attack.
Can I just say I was at the back? Then when I dragged over there, I was at the front on this one.
No, you're the one who went first, so you're the one who gets attacked. Alright, Turig and Orion are just there. They look unconscious, and they're not like spun up with web or anything like that. They're just sitting there on the ground, looking like a snack. The giant wolf spiders are clung to the side of this little pit wall, and they just start spilling out over the top of that little wall, and one just jumps at you, Victor, trying to bite you. It narrowly misses you. Victor, you're up.
Okay, so use my action to disengage.
Okay. Alright, you run back and head down this narrow tunnel. It's equally dark here, and the light from your hat peels around the corner and illuminates a very narrow tunnel that just meanders around like to the northeast, bending around out of view to the west. Beyond that,
Okay. I'm happy here.
Victor's found his happy place.
Placing against a turn, but it's not happening.
It happened. Alright, a giant wolf spider comes around the tunnel and intercepts you, Victor, crawling very, very quickly towards you, and tries to bite you. Make a Constitution save against poison.
I think I'm gone anyway. I don't know why I got the bless on this.
Alright, you resist and you take 9 points of damage. This spider spills forth, and it's actually going to chase after you, Victor. As it goes by, Ragda just sticks his spear straight through its head, sticking it to the ground dead. Orion, you're still just lightly foaming at the mouth at this stage. Nothing too crazy. Petra. So you've just arrived at the top of the ladder. There's a very narrow shelf of flat rock that you're standing on, and it's a 60-foot drop behind you, straight down to the jungle floor. You can feel like wind washing by you, and if you don't do well with heights, then you're not liking where you're standing right now.
Well, I really don't want to move forward. Can I still cast a spell?
Yeah.
I will cast magic missiles on this one.
You just see the spider come around the top of that shelf of rock, pokes its beady eyeballs out, its furry mandibles first, and the magic missiles just spew forth from your hand and just destroy the spider's head. The spider just falls off onto the bottom of the pit.
I'll tell the others to move up. It's not safe here.
Radgar runs forward and he attempts to scale the pit, which is no problem for him. "Where are they?" he yells out at the spider. And you just hear a squishing sound. Tell him.
I chuckle and oh, yeah. And I attack the wolf spider. You're
Okay.
doing great there,
It
Victor.
has 3/4 cover. You try to get at the spider and the halberd just gets stuck on the wall of the rock.
Yeah, I step back. I try not to impose myself between the guys.
Alright, Hugh stands forward. Ha! Watch out, Victor! I've got this one! He pushes forward, his arm stump, like, kind of purposely pushes his arm stump up in your face. Ah!
I'll move out of the way.
And he comes in with his battle axe, slashes into the spider. He hacks into it, and the spider's still alive. Despite hitting it, like, right on its back. Alright, Turig and Orion, you guys are gonna be out for an hour at least. Alright, Victor, you're up.
I say, okay. I'll stab it with my two-handed spear.
Alright, it's got half cover from the wall of rock. But you easily get to it. Direct hit, and you jam the spider in the spear into the spider's head, and the spider just curls its legs up into a giant fluffy ball and stops moving.
Alright, I tried to scale down a bit.
Okay, it's got enough handholds and footholds to actually, like, it's actually scalable. Make an athletics check. You managed to scale it pretty easily. Tell him it's on an angle. There are heaps of places for you to put your feet. Plenty of handholds.
Okay, well, I'll use 5 points of lay on hands on Turig to remove the poison status,
Okay.
and then use healing hands to restore him back to 3 HP. And that's all I can do. I have no more heals.
I could probably heal them.
Yeah, you're on 3
it's-
HP now.
Who, me?
Turig. Oh, I thought you were. Turig was speaking. Well, the poison's active. They're paralyzed, so
That's fine. I tossed.
even if they're
I-
healed.
It's best not to probably keep them down there, though. Toss down some rope, and I try to find a place to tie. If there is a place to tie it off, or have some help to hold it.
There's just jagged walls of rock all around you, so there's no way to tie it to. It doesn't when you look at it, the climb, Petra, it doesn't look like it's very difficult for you. Hugh will climb down there.
I will attempt to climb down.
Alright, make an athletics check. You're able to scale down easily. Alright, you're all down here. It's just like a 10-foot deep pit. And you can see another climb up leading to a tunnel to the north.
Alright, so I'm guessing we're gonna be resting here for an hour because we have to wait for these.
I would definitely say yes to rest.
Okay. You guys can all take a short rest. At the end of that rest, Orion, you'll wake up.
Before the short rest, I'm gonna heal Orion, so he can do a proper short rest.
He's paralyzed and poisoned, so he won't be able to take a short rest. But
Okay, then
he'll become
then
conscious if you heal him.
Does spare
Well,
the
if
dying
he-
work on her?
Yeah, I spare the dying.
He's not dying.
Oh,
It's
he's
stable.
he's stable.
Yeah, if he was dying, he'd already be dead by now, probably. Well, maybe.
If I get healed before the short rest, just like with normal HP, do I get a short rest or no?
No, not if you're paralyzed and poisoned. You can't rest properly like that.
Fair enough.
So you don't become conscious at the end of that hour, Orion, but the poison wears off, so you're no longer paralyzed. And Hugh's gonna burn some hit die. So is Ragdoll.
That's for Orion.
Thank you, Turk.
Alright, Ryan, at the end of that period as well, you wake up, Turig applying some healing to you.
Sorry, buddy. I should have seen that coming. That's on me.
Me looked in cave. Me no see spider.
Spiders are stealthy, man.
Me try to smell. No smell of spider. But
I spit on a spider body.
I squished the one he spits on.
Hey,
Nice.
Petra, do you have any more juice for me? I'm very low.
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Thank you, ma'am.
I just wish that roll was better.
I scale up the.
Make
The
another
wild
athletics
cat.
check.
I did.
Okay, make another athletics check.
Okay.
You manage to get up. It's just as easy to climb up on this side as it is the other side. And you can see a rough 10 by 15 foot cave up ahead and a hole in the ceiling.
I peep up the hole.
It seems to be a rock chimney, and it disappears into darkness as far as you can see. It's a very narrow hole as well. Looks
Can I try?
kind of tricky and twisty.
Tricky
can I-
and twisty.
Try and climb over this ledge here without going down the pit.
That's going to be very difficult. Much more difficult than just going down and up the pit. Alright, Turek, are you climbing up?
Yeah, I already rolled my athletics check.
Well, make another one. You're able to just get up. You almost slip at the last second, but you get up with Talon. Hey, Victor, you're looking at this wall here and it's quite sheer. There's very little in the way of handholds and footholds. But when you look at this, the walls, they're slanted and looks very, very easy to climb.
Okay. Well, I'll try, but I'll try and just go the normal way then.
All right.
That's athletics.
Yeah, make an athletics check. Okay, you slip
Put me into it.
and well, it's a lot easier than climbing this way, but you slip and you fall. A bit of rock breaks underfoot and you just tumble down, falling prone, taking 5 bludgeoning damage.
Wow, that's embarrassing. You okay, Victor?
You okay?
I'm not really a climber.
The important thing is that nobody saw that.
Radka is going
Except for
to
everybody in the hole.
Radka's going to climb up. He just like jumps straight up. Huh.
Right, can I climb up then?
Sure. Hugh's going to try and climb up as well. And even with one arm, he gets up. All right, Victor, you're able to climb up the other side as well.
I'll try to.
Yep, give us an athletics check. Orion, you're just... It's nothing to you. You just walk. You don't even use your hands. You just walk up. And Petra, you get up as well.
He defies gravity.
Alright, there's not too much more room in this cave with all of you bunched in here. And it's a dead end. The only perceivable way forward is this chimney in the roof that leads up into darkness. It's kind of set against the western wall here. So you could potentially rock climb up.
Would you mind casting light on one of my arrows? Anybody who has that spell?
Alright, I cast on Victor.
Alright, it goes away from Rakta's shield.
You're casting it on me.
You're casting on Victor.
Oh,
I'll cast
on the
I'll
arrow.
cast it on I'll cast it on somebody else.
Alright, you're putting on one of Orion's arrows.
And I'll shoot the arrow straight up into the dark hole.
Alright, it make a dexterity check to try and aim it in a straight line.
That's a save, dexterity check.
Yeah, you aim it like perfectly vertical, and it climbs up for about 100 feet, and just hits the wall, and then it starts flying back down and just slams into the ground. So it's about a 90-foot climb.
Oof. That doesn't look fun.
And how big is it?
The chimney, it's got a diameter of about 5 feet, 4 feet.
Could I turn into one of those wolf spiders?
Sure.
Let's hold still. Let me tie a rope around your leg before you go up.
And I tied the rope at the end of his rope.
Good call. So now
Alright.
we have a 120-ish.
So firstly, Turig's going to wild shape into a giant wolf spider. Let's get him a giant wolf spider token.
Because I would have done giant spider, but the giant spider's too big.
A giant spider could squeeze in there. A
Because
giant
you
wolf
won't
spider doesn't
fall.
need to squeeze.
It's a large creature.
Yep, hence why it has to squeeze.
I think I'd rather have the mobility.
Okay, so giant wolf spider, you've got 10 feet of blind sight, 60 feet of dark vision. And I'm going to add this to your list of wild shapes for the future as well, Turig. And you're going to save that over. And give you control of it in 2 seconds. Okay, that's all set up for you there.
All right, and the giant wolf spider starts after you guys tie a rope to my abdomen. The giant wolf spider starts climbing up.
Okay. You easily navigate the rocky surface with your sticky legs, and you arrive at the top of the hole. And there is another cavern up here. It's about 10 feet wide, and it narrows down about 7, 8, 9 feet tall. It's very natural looking, so all the walls are jagged rock, and the rope is like only 50 feet long, so it doesn't extend all the way up. I think Talon
No,
wants
they
to.
tie. It's 100. It's 100 foot.
All right,
Well,
They tie the
I
rope.
tied my rope to the rope.
all right. Talon, make a sleight of hand check to tie the rope.
Ah, yes. I'm good at those.
Okay, you've tied a knot. Now it's a 100-foot rope. It's dangling down, attached to Torig's abdomen. Torig, as a wolf spider, is kind of strong, I guess. Reasonably strong.
Very important question for you. Is Talon aware, like, oh, that knot wasn't the best knot it could have been? Or is he like, yep, it's tied, you can totally trust your weight on this really long climb up?
I got a 12 strength as a giant wolf spider.
You can, if you're not trusting Talon's rope tying skills, which is understandable because he literally couldn't tie it to a spear before, make an investigation check, Orion.
That is very kind. Oof.
Looks good.
Alright.
He's redeemed himself.
I'll be first up. I trust this thing.
All right.
That boy.
Climb the rope.
So you grab onto the rope and start to scale the wall. First of all, what you can do for me, Orion, is make an athletics check. All right. And Turig, make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
All right, Turig. As he pulls on the rope, you can't support his weight, and he just starts dragging you straight down the hole. Luckily, before you're just ripped straight down, the rope comes undone, and 50 foot of rope just falls down at Orion's feet. But Orion, it's quite easy to climb. There are plenty of handholds and footholds, so you're able to. You don't fall or anything. You can easily just cling onto the wall, and you're not having any trouble scaling it without the rope.
Oh. Okay. I'm worried that I'm going to climb 70 feet up and then roll a 2. Fuck it. I'll try to climb the whole way up.
Okay, you're able to get all the way up. There is a few tricky, twisty spots, but you ascend with no problem. You're up then with Turig.
Alright, I do the same thing.
I do
I
that adorable little spider dance when Orion comes up.
Oh, that's
If it wasn't for Talum's poor tying skills, he may have just dragged you straight down to your death, Turig, or at least to some pain. All right, give us an athletics check, Talon. And you climb up 90 feet, just rock climbing, handholds and footholds, easy done.
Before we continue, here's what I propose. Turig goes back down to tie the rope to each other, and then we have 2 people up here that can. Okay, good to see you, Ragnar. I
was going to say, could Ragnar help me? But
He follows Talum as soon as Orion. Sorry, as soon as Orion goes up, Ragnar's straight in after
Did
him.
Ragnar just jump up here?
Ragnar's just he's just reading a book and he's just using his legs.
all right, then. Okay, so can I get help from the dwarf?
He looks at you. Are you trying to be funny?
Oh, I'm just gonna go then.
I've got one arm, and you want my help?
I'm gone already.
Alright, Victor. Alright, you scale up. And then Hugh gives you a polite nod, Petra. Ladies first. Don't worry. I'll catch you, missy.
I will attempt this. Yeah, I'll attempt this.
And
Give me that
Petra,
-1.
up you go. And then finally Hugh tries to climb. Hugh is not very good at climbing. He's only got one arm. And he still makes it up. Gah! He like uses his he uses his mouth to like help him climb, like, biting onto shelves of rock, grabbing on with his arms and legs. Gah! 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 And you guys arrive. Yeah, you're maybe about 150 feet above ground level at this stage. Alright, you move through this narrow tunnel, and you just see a small cave off to the north. And Turig, as you enter it, it's initiative time.
Lovely.
Alright, there are some sturges roosting here. Giant mosquitoes the size of bats. They're all clinging to the ceiling.
Well, never mind. Well, I'm guessing they just ran off. I wanted to cast light on Drag's shield.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright.
Alright, so the sturges are just sort of nesting here. And as you come around the corner, Turig, you notice a desiccated corpse huddled into the corner. And some of the light coming from outside, actually I should put some light there, actually reflects against something shiny near the corpse. And it catches your attention.
I totally would have walked towards it anyways.
Yeah, it looks like a dead explorer or something in the corner. And anyway, there are these kind of skinny red bat-sized mosquitoes clung to the ceiling here, and all of a sudden you hear this buzz, like a cacophony of buzzing sounds, this droning sound, as the 9 sturges, which cling to the 10-foot high ceiling, start to drone down towards you, Turig. And you guys hear this sound. The droning just echoes on the walls. So no one is surprised. The droning is coming from this direction. It's very narrow here as well. Keep in mind, if you have to move through one of your allies, it's difficult terrain as you squeeze by them.
Okay.
Victor, you're up first.
And they're not in initiative yet, no?
Are they? Are they not? No, they're not. They're all going to go on the same turn because they're a big group of weak enemies. Alright, Victor, you're up.
Can we share space with the sturges because they're small?
The
So that's 5.
sturges are actually tiny, so yeah.
Don't worry, they will be sharing a lot of space with you.
Okay, I'm going to throw a dart at one of them. I think they're quite weak, aren't they, sturges?
Yeah, they don't look like much. They're like the size of bats.
Okay, I'm going to throw a normal dart.
At which one?
The one I can see.
Okay, that's a miss. You just like hit the rock wall.
Okay.
You can not even really see them properly because they're up on the ceiling. 3/4 cover.
Okay, I'm done.
Turig.
I crawl up next to one of them and I bite him.
Which one?
The one to my right.
It's a miss. The sturge, with a sudden burst of speed, flies out of reach of your mandibles. Radka is going to run forward, leaping over the hole. 15, 25. and he just runs into the room. Oh, come at me! Orion.
Well, I'm actually kind of hungry, so I'm gonna rage and grow my mouth, my big wolf jaws, and I'm gonna try to bite the one in front of me here.
Okay. All of a sudden, Orion kind of gets a bit bestial and decides to eat one of the sturges. He just rips it down from the ceiling and stuffs it in his mouth like a piece of cotton candy. Just disappears. It's very soft and malleable, and just fold it off and stuff it like the whole thing in your mouth.
That's fantastic. And then I heal my con mod, which is 3.
Okay, it tastes kind of good, and good source of protein and iron. Petra.
Okay, so I don't see any right now currently, right?
Yep, the sound is coming from this direction.
So that would be 15. And I can see that one, so I'm gonna shoot that one with a... I'll just...
Alright. It's
a bit laggy.
It's a miss. The Eldritch Blast just hits the top of the cave roof.
I have a spell...
Oh, that's
sniper.
right. Spell Sniper. Yes. Okay, so you ignore cover.
And I got Sharpshooter as well.
Oh, you do, Victor?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll take your attack from before, and I'll say that you've killed that one. Wasn't enough for Petra to kill, but I'll say that your attack from earlier does kill it, so that one just splatters and is dead.
And I move back one, and my turn.
Alright, Hugh just runs in. Ah! God damn it! He's just gonna move back here and dodge for now. I'll cover our asses! Especially yours, Orion. Tell him.
Oh. Okay, well, I come here. I attack this one.
It's a miss. Try to scrape the sturge off the roof, but the fact that Ryan's stuffing a sturge into his mouth puts you off a little bit. This sturge buzzes down very lazily, and it tries to attach itself to the spider. And Turig, you just feel this sort of suction cup slap onto your furry body, and then this sharp pain as like a needle, thick needles, pierces into you for 7 damage. And then you start hearing this sickly sound, a gulping sound as this shockwave or a wave of blood is being transferred through the Sturge's proboscis, and its translucent red belly begins to expand like a balloon. 4 of them are going to try and get Ragda. They all drone down, and 3 of them actually attack to Ragda. One of them misses him. And 2 more are going to fly down, try to attach to Turig. And Turig, another one attaches to you. You take 5 piercing damage. So you revert to Turig and take the leftover damage. Let me add Turig to the initiative as your goblinoid form. And what were you on? 22. Okay, and you've got 2 attached to you now. Same thing happens, you hear them drinking your blood. Victor.
Okay. Okay. Don't think there's that many.
You won't be able to move there, Victor. You don't have enough movement speed to get there.
I got 40. So it's
Oh, 40?
it's 15
Okay.
to there. It's
Okay.
15 to there.
Yeah, I forgot you're a monk as well. That would be 30 feet. Because you got to go
Mostly.
through Talon,
Yeah.
got to go through Orion. You can't go through solid walls like that.
Can I just go through Talon then?
Yeah. You do have to end
I'll
your
attack-
turn in an empty space, so keep that in mind. You have to move
Yeah,
away.
I can move back.
And you're
So I'll
squeezing at the moment, so your attacks have disadvantage.
Okay. I'll get my spear out and I'll stab the ones here. Damn it.
That's a miss. And you narrowly miss Turig as well, and just the spear just slams into the side
Okay.
of...
I'll spin it around again and I'll try again.
Okay.
This time I'm just going to do a... I don't know, that was the wrong one, Death Spear, so I should this one I'm just going to do a melee.
And that's a miss.
That's a miss. Oh yes,
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you're all squeezing, you can't swing your arms properly. Alright, as you move
Okay.
back, one of the Sturges... no, actually, sorry, the Sturges don't attack you because they're attached. They're just still firmly suckered onto Turig. Turig.
I grab out my club and I smack one. On me.
Okay. It's a miss, and you just end up booping yourself on the head instead.
I move forward into this.
Okay. As you move forward, these 2 balloon-like Sturges are just sort of waving around, and you just take them with you. Alright, Radgar is going to do a whirlwind attack. He just lets out a grunt. And you just see an explosion of blood as he just pops 3 Sturges all around him.
He just flexes
Yeah.
and they pop.
He just lets them drink so much blood that they just explode.
The steroids in his body poison them.
Orion.
I'll run forward and I will recklessly stuff another sturgeon in my mouth.
Recklessly stuff a sturgeon in your mouth. How does that look? How do you do that recklessly?
I still have like some of that like drool coming from my mouth. I'm like I like my jaws get really big and it looks like I'm about to eat Turig. And then I just try to
Right.
one of the sturges on him.
Okay, you just snatch the sturge off of Turig and stuff it in your mouth.
I heal another 3.
Alright, it's a little bit disturbing because that sturge is filled full of Turig's blood. Petra. Actually, I hadn't actually drunk his blood too much yet, so that wouldn't be
So I
cannibalism
only
either,
see
I guess.
So I only see the one left, right?
Yeah, you can see it there, clung to the ceiling. It's actually flown down a bit now, so yeah, you can see that one.
I'll juice blast it.
That is a miss. The beam just slams into the wall next to it.
I will move a bit closer and end my turn.
Alright, Hugh takes his axe and just runs in. Yarrr! Swinging out that same sturge. I've got it for you, my lady! And just slashes straight through it, instantly killing it with his battle axe. Talon.
Well, I attack the one that's there. The halberd.
That is a miss. The Sturge buzzes out of reach of the halberd. Alright. Turig. One Sturge is attached to you. So it drinks your blood at the start of your turn. And you're going to take a bit of damage. 6 points of damage from blood loss. And that's it, just keeps on drinking your blood. The other one attempts to attach itself to Orion. And it hits you for 2 piercing damage and attaches to you. That's it, there's only 2 Sturges. Or is there another one? Is there one hiding somewhere? No, okay. That's it, just 2 left. Victor.
Okay, I might as well just run in then. Just try and knock this one off the goblin.
That's a direct hit. And you just stab the spear straight into it and the Sturge just pops, splattering blood all over the wall.
You okay there, little buddy?
Turig.
Turig climbs up Orion's back and tries to smack the one on his.
And
he bonks him.
Yeah.
Ow!
Orion's wolf fur absorbs most of it. Ragda just starts trying to squash it. Stay still! Stay still! And finally, he hits it with a shield and just flattens it against the wall.
I was gonna eat that.
That was terrifying. All these weapons coming at me, crazy.
Yeah.
What are you, Orion? Eating those disgusting little bat things?
I pick one up and I start eating it myself,
They're
and I
not
spit
bad.
it out.
I would expect as much from a goblin, but you, Orion, you're not human, are you?
I have werewolf blood in me.
Werewolf?
Yes.
You are cursed.
I'm blessed.
Make a persuasion check, Orion.
Whoops.
Perhaps you're not the honorable fighter that I thought. You get your power from a curse.
Short-minded fool.
Huh. Still, I will prove myself to you. I don't need a curse for glory, for might and for power. I got steroids. Look at that shit.
Alright, Ragda, break it up.
You guys having fun over here?
I kind of want to walk by and kind of shoulder bump Ragda on my way out. Just kind of.
Make an athletics check.
Uh-oh.
You
All
pushed
right.
him into the wall.
No, I did not
Nope.
crit.
He just
still got better.
tenses and you just bounce straight off of him, Orion.
Jesus.
You're not sure if he's glaring at you or not because you don't see his face, but you get this sort of sense that he's there's a bit of tension. But anyway, let's press on.
Yeah.
I rush over to the shiny thing that I saw before.
Okay. So yeah, there's a desiccated corpse here. You see maybe a humanoid, maybe human, but pretty much she's just a skeleton with a bit of rotten flesh attached to her, and she has some tattered clothing, a rotting purse, and no backpack or anything like that, no weapons. Vaguely female in shape, and you find in her purse 15 gold pieces, a gold and carnelian ring, 2 onyx figurines that represent these strange little sprite creatures, little spirits. And Turi, you recognize these spirits as Twingers. They are jungle spirits that can sometimes arrive to bless someone lost in the jungle, but they're quite shy creatures as well. They resemble 6-inch tall dolls with strange masks, spindly limbs, and wild hair. They're the little creatures in the handout. Not that big person, in case you're wondering.
I feel like we're in an anime.
Some Spirited Away shit going on there. So yeah. The ring is worth 60 GP, and there are 2 of these onyx figurines worth 50 GP each. So you guys can sort out how you want to divvy that up. It doesn't
I
really
say,
weigh
look
too
it,
much.
look it.
Nice find, sir. You just throw it in party loot for now and deal with it later.
We have a party loot?
I think so.
There's a party
I
loot.
think I was carrying everything.
Yeah, like, what's your strength, Petra? You probably can't carry too much.
I cannot. It's innate.
But this stuff doesn't really weigh a whole lot, so... I don't think there is actually a party loot, is there? Oh yeah, there is.
You gave it to us, but you told us that we wouldn't be able to use it much because of the fact that this campaign, I guess, is weight sensitive.
Yeah, it's like a survival campaign. But yeah, you can throw all that stuff in the party loot. Then it doesn't really weigh much, like not even a pound, really.
Okay, I'll go ahead and update it now.
It goes in Petra's bag. Alright, so you guys scoop up that loot, and you can see some light peering in from outside. It's still raining outside, so it's like a little bit grey and dull light that peers in. But you can see a ledge, and then you can just sort of see the jungle canopy beyond that. In this direction.
Maybe I should have asked this beforehand, but does anybody have a climber's kit? Okay.
I do not.
Ragda nods, and then he flexes.
Ugh. Yeah.
Alright, Ryan, as you come out to this ledge, you see a ladder going down, and a very narrow ledge hugging the wall of Firefinger, and you see the top of the jungle canopy about 100 feet below you, and then the floor is about 60 feet below that, so you're about 160 feet off of the ground. It's a very narrow ledge. snaking around to the west and to the east.
How far down does the ladder go?
You can't tell from where you are. You only see the top of it.
Alright, Victor, throw something at anybody who tries to attack me while I'm climbing down this. And I'll climb down the ladder for just like a little bit to get a better view.
You can see how far the ladder goes down without having to climb down it. You just need to stand near the edge, that's all.
Oh, does it go like all the way down or just like...
No. It is broken off after about 30 or so feet. I'll move you over to see the isometric map as well. And I might as well just turn on the lights for now so you can actually see the whole thing. You can get a better visual of what you're seeing here. It's very windy out here too.
Great.
Yeah, the ladder's broken off and then just disappears.
Alright. Let's do it this way. Let's try the rope one more time. Talon, you're strong. Come here.
So many more ladders.
So, hold this, Talon. Don't
It
let
looks
me
like we have to. No, don't go down there. You have to look on the map. You have to go.
Yeah, I was
Round
going to
the
go
side?
around and then tie this rope off to the ladder over there. So that way we have a guideline at least.
So you guys can see like the isometric view of what you're seeing like here. So that's, you know, the cave is just coming out of the ladder and then a ledge.
So I'll tie my rope around myself.
Okay.
Is that a check?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check. Tie rope.
Okay.
Okay. You secure a rope around your waist.
Okay. And then I'll start edging along
Who's holding the other side of the rope?
Talon, and I would like if somebody else did it too.
Ragda. He has to. He's the strongest.
And,
I will help as well.
Okay.
As will I.
You've got 50 feet of slack.
Okay. And I'll just keep edging around here.
Okay. You're making your way around, and it's very narrow. It's about 3-4 feet wide, and it's very windy. You
Wait.
make your way around to the west-facing side of the spire, and you see an intact wooden and rope ladder leading up to another cave mouth.
And then, if possible, I will very gently, while holding onto the ladder, like my arm through, I'll try to untie myself and tie the rope around this ladder.
Okay. The ladder is looking not very good condition. It's quite shoddy.
Okay.
And you doubt the integrity of it. But you tie it up, and there's make another sleight of hand check for that.
Okay.
The rope has sort of hugged the wall a bit, and it's gone quite taut in your hand, Talum. Whoever else is holding it. Who was it? Talum, Victor, and Petra?
Let's just say everyone's holding it.
Well, there's not that much rope to hold.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother holding it because I'm not very strong.
Okay, you move out of the way. So Petra and Talon holding it. Okay,
I will
so it's
try and cross
secured. And you guys, it's very, very windy here, so you can't really communicate to each other. But Talon and Petra, you feel the rope become taut now. Like quite secure.
I try to pull it as hard as I can.
Oh, shit.
Alright, make an athletics check.
You totally just broke the ladder.
Nothing happens.
you actually snap a rung of the ladder, and Orion, you see the rope just get dragged towards you. And Orion, you can make a dexterity save if you want to catch the rope.
Sorry, if I want to catch the... Oh, like the rope came off?
Like, you tied it to, like, a part of the ladder, a rung or the side, and he's literally just ripped it straight off of the ladder.
Thank you, Talon. So dex save?
Yeah, if you want to try and grab the rope.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Alright, Talon, so you feel the rope tug a bit, and then suddenly it just becomes taut again.
Okay.
I'll yell,
I'm guessing.
what? Don't do that again!
Oh,
Your voice is... what's your passive perception there, Talon? 13. You guys don't hear it. The wind is just carrying away his voice.
Well, I want to try and climb to the other side now, so down here, because I think it's safe as it's going to be.
I'm going to try to retie it to the ladder, too.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Orion, make it on the sleight of hand check. Okay, you tie it back to another section of the ladder, and Victor, you start climbing around the side.
I'm going to cast resistance on myself.
Okay. Alright, you edge along. It's quite windy, quite precarious, but you're also using the rope and helping you balance. You make it across, hugging the wall next to Orion here before the ladder.
And then I can help him on strength checks. And I also cast resistance on him as well.
Thank you.
Okay.
So take it off me and put it on him.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's safe to cross since I haven't seen them for a bit.
Yeah, either that or they're dead. One of the two.
I will try next. Let's hope that they're not dead.
Okay. You edge along, shimmying across this narrow ledge of rock, 150-foot drop below you, and you try not to look down. The wind blows by you as well, but it's not strong enough to like push you or anything like that. And you use the rope a little bit as well, and you shimmy across.
Can I try to climb up the ladder?
Okay. Make an athletics check, Orion. And, I didn't give you the isometric view there, Ryan. How rude of me. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yep.
Alright, so you're over here now. So is Petra. So is Victor. Alright, Orion, you grab onto the ladder and you make your way a little bit up and then you snap another rung. Another few rungs of the ladder. You don't fall, and you have to cling onto the actual rock of the wall itself. And yeah, there are multiple rungs missing on this ladder now, making it more difficult for anyone to climb. But you're able to climb up. Do you want to go all the way up to the top?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Like peering over the edge to see if I can help at all.
You still have a rope?
I am out of rope. Do you have a rope?
No. I'm
I
gonna try
have a rope.
I'm gonna try and climb up.
Alright, okay, first of all, Orion, you get to the top of the ladder and you peer over the edge. You see another narrow tunnel and you can smell smoke. And you can hear some voices. And you need to make a stealth check if you want to try and hide. Do this stealthily.
Alright, resistance is for saving throws, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It sounds like some voices in common, just making some jokes, and the voices sound quite immature. And there's a bit of heat issuing forth here as well. You can feel the warmth. There's some sort of campfire happening. And we'll come back to you, Orion, because that climb is actually 80 feet.
Oof.
So it takes you about 20 seconds to climb. Alright. Before we get on to Victor and Petra, Ragdar's gonna make the climb. And he just comes up behind Petra and Victor. And Turig and Talon, do you guys want to go?
Yes, I would like to go.
Okay, Turig, you go next. Hugh is happy to wait and go last as well.
I can go last, so...
Alright, Turig, you successfully get across. And Hugh makes his way. Alright, as Hugh is making his way across, a very powerful wind just comes hurtling by. Ah! And it just... It launches Hugh off of the ledge. It knocked him straight off. Hugh's only chance now is to grab on with his single hand to the side of the ledge.
Can he use the rope?
He can grab onto whatever he wants to. Rope, ledge, whatever is in reach. And Hugh falls.
He grabbed onto his axe.
Disappears beyond the canopy of the forest, falling 160 feet. Ah!
I think we lost a guy, and Calendar is going to be very mean. And I tried to look down below.
Make a perception check, Talon. I'm okay! I'm okay! Alright, you peer through the hole in the canopy that Hugh had created, and remarkably, you sort of spot him. It appears that several trees have kind of broken his fall, and Hugh's quite tough as well. And he's just laying on the ground like all battered, but remarkably, somehow, he's still alive.
Yellow, actually. Well, I mean, he can group up.
I think I want to stay down here for now.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, so you're the last one to cross Talon.
Alright.
And there's no strong gust of wind that knocks you off, luckily. Okay, so you guys all just huddle onto this ledge. Still a lot of wind, bit of rain washing by you. And you see Orion at the top of the ladder, a good 80 feet above you all.
So I'll cast resistance on myself. I'll try and climb up.
Okay. Alright, a lot of the rungs are broken, making it more difficult to climb. But Victor, you're up behind Orion.
I immediately make like
climbing.
a sushing motion.
Did you take the rope?
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
that rope would have gone with Orion for sure.
Yeah, I had a rope. That's why.
So there is a rope up here.
You're holding onto the rope, right, Orion?
Yeah, so I'll help him again and give him assistance and resistance.
Alright, so you guys both standing at the top of the ledge now and dangling the rope down.
Yes.
Alright, Victor, make a stealth check. I presume that Orion tells you that there are some creatures there. Alright, you guys both head over, and I might just move everyone to this upstairs. Actually, I think I'll leave it right now, where it is for now. Turig and Talon, if you guys want to move up, feel free to. But suddenly this young terrafolk, he's only about 5 feet tall. And he's very, very small, but he does have a spear in his hand. He just climbs out of this cavern. Terrafolk hisses and looks directly at you, Orion. Food! Food has come to us! The young Terrafolk attack you guys. And because they're so far away, those of you that are at the bottom of the ladder will be surprised. Okay, so the ladder is 80 feet high. Keep that in mind. Alright, this young Terrafolk just crawls forward through this narrow cave. And he just runs forward at you, Orion. And he's going to just start scratching at you with his claws. Out of nowhere, he just runs forward, whoosh, slashes you straight through your back. And then he tries to bite at you. Whoosh, he chomps onto you and bites you for 8 piercing damage.
Ow.
Actually, sorry, take a d4 off his bite because he's smaller. So 4 piercing damage. And then another claw. Miss with his claw. Alright, Victor, you're up.
Alright, okay. Because they're kids, I'm going to hit them non-lethally. I'll do just whack it with a spear.
That hits. Alright, you whack the young Terrafolk and just kind of boots him over the head a bit.
Okay, so I'll do the spin it round again and attack.
That's another hit. And you almost knock him clean out.
Okay, I've done.
Alright, another young Terrafolk runs forward and he sort of squeezes in here. Let me at him! And he's actually just going to try and grapple you, Orion. My food, mine! Put him on the fire, cook him! Make a grapple check. Pose grapple check. And he tries to grab you, Orion. You feel him, his clawed hand, grab onto your arm, and you just push him back. And he stumbles back. He has to move out of the space now, and Orion and Victor, this is your chance to attack him. With an opportunity attack at advantage, because he's squeezed.
Sweet.
Alright, you hit him hard, Orion, stabbing the rapier straight through the young Terrafolk, almost dropping him to the ground. And
It's not dead? Okay. Okay then. Oh.
You try to hit him and end up getting the spear kind of caught in that melee. And then he jumps back. Wait, 5. No, that's the end of his turn. Orion, you're up.
I'll stab the one with me.
That hits, and you just jam the rapier straight through its neck, killing it instantly.
Non-lethally.
Whoops. My bad. They tried to eat me. I feel awful about it if it helps.
This a kid, remember?
Alright, tell him, and so those of you down the bottom of the ladder, just all of a sudden just see Victor and Orion kind of disappear beyond the lip of the ladder, and you start to think that something's up. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Another young Terrafolk runs forward, and he's going to shove you, Orion. Tries to shove you back. Ha! Bad food! Athletics or an acrobatics check. And he shoves you back. Those of you at the bottom of the ladder see Orion just get shifted back precariously close to the ledge. And then a young Terrafolk leaps up and flies up another 20 feet out of the ledge, provoking from both Victor.
Is it this same turn as I use my reaction?
Oh wait. I forgot to give you guys reaction markers. You both use your reactions. No. Orion, you've got your reaction. Victor, you don't. So if you want to stab him, Orion, you hit the Terrafolk and sort of stab him, and then you guys down the bottom of the ladder see that Terrafolk fly out. You don't kill it though, Orion. Alright, Turig, you're surprised. So is everyone else down there. And then another Terrafolk runs forward. He takes off to flight a little bit, and he just hovers 5 feet in the air. And as he's doing that, he's going to just run at Orion, and he's just going to try and slash at you.
You idiot! Don't let the food get away! Put him on the fire!
The young Terrafolk says. He slashes, and he slashes, and he bites. It's a crit bite. Alright, just ignore the crit damage because it's supposed to be 1d4. I clicked the wrong one. Alright, so you're just bit for 7 piercing damage, Orion. Does that put you down?
I had exactly 7.
Alright, you guys also see Orion fall onto the ground. His head is dangling off of the ledge. Alright, Victor, you're up.
Okay. I'll attack the one in front of me, non-lethally.
It's a miss.
Then I say, get up, Orion. I do a healing word. I don't have any spells. Okay. So I just say that to him. Okay, if I haven't got any of those, I'll use my bonus action to swing again with my last War Priest.
Okay. And
Damn it.
it is a miss. The Terrafolk's hide is somewhat tough.
Okay, that's what I can do.
This injured Terrafolk runs forward.
Ah! You hurt me! You die first, then we eat you dead.
Starts slashing at you, Victor. You've got half cover from the wall. Just claws and beak are coming furiously at you. It ends up biting you for 9 piercing damage. Sorry, I keep on clicking the wrong one. Take 4 off that. 5 piercing damage. Okay, Orion, make a death saving throw. Failure. Orion's like dangling off of this ledge.
Alrighty.
Tell him.
What I've I didn't click anything.
Didn't you? Oh, that was a concentration save. Right, make a death saving throw, Orion. I mean, you have to be getting a natural 20 to do anything anyway. So, there is a chance. Failure. 12 is a fail.
That's right, we're doing the awful Death March version.
Yeah. Alright, tell them. So, there's a Terrafolk 100 feet above you here.
Great.
And then you see like Orion's head like kind of dangling off of this cliff face. And then...
Is there any way to get up there?
There is a ladder that people are using to climb up.
And can I get to the ladder and actually make any progress?
The ladder's in this square. So you can move up and take the dash action and get up 15 feet of the ladder.
I'll just try the javelin attack on the young Terrafolk if it comes within 60 feet range.
Okay. Alright, the Terrafolk dives in. It sort of angles up a bit and does a dive attack at Victor. This time I'm going to click the right one. It misses with its beak, and then it slashes at you with its claws. It hits you with a claw, and you take 4 slashing damage. It hits you again, and you take another 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And it just sort of stays at your height now, Victor, just slashing you like flying in the air near the top of the ladder. Turig.
Okay. Turig is going to turn to the wall, start climbing, and as he starts climbing up, he's turning into a giant.
Okay.
Giant spider, not giant wolf spider.
Alright, so you bonus action wild shape.
Yep. And action dash. I'm gonna move a full 60 feet up the side of the building.
Okay. You're 20 feet below the ladder now. So we got all these different angles to see this fight from. Radka's going to just push through Petra using 10 feet of movement. Grab onto the... He doesn't even use the ladder. He just grabs onto the stone face. And he dashes. And he gets 25 feet up the ladder. Okay, just sort out all these various heights. Petra.
Yep, I'm back, sir.
That's your turn.
I'm guessing that guy is on top of me.
He is 80 feet above you. That's a hit. And you knock the terror folk out of the sky. He just goes whooshing past you at an incredible speed and just disappears into the jungle canopy.
I will move one over so people can start climbing this ladder if they want.
Okay.
And then my turn.
Alright, meanwhile, the young terror folk up here grapples Orion and is going to drag Orion to put him onto the fire, provoking from you, Victor.
Okay.
And you hit it. You stab it with a spear, but it still gets Orion using a little bit of flight. It managed to drag him into the cave. And Victor, you're up.
Okay, I'll try and stab the injured one then.
Is this one still alive, or is this?
No, this one's gone. That hits, and you're knocking it out, Victor.
Knock it unconscious, yeah.
All right, you just take the haft of your spear and just smack the terror folk over the head, and falls onto the ground unconscious.
And now, can I try and hold on to him? Is that something I can do?
That would be a grapple, and
I can't do that.
you've
So
already used your action.
okay, I'm gonna do. I guess I got to do a patient defense. But I only got 2 hit points.
Okay, you also have to end your turn in unoccupied space, if you can. That's
He's dead, isn't he?
Nope, he's unconscious. He's not dead.
Cool.
You knocked him unconscious.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, he's just unconscious. Orion, death saving throw. 2 failures. Tell him.
Well, I take dash action and start climbing. Oh, and I fall.
Alright, tell him you attempt to climb up the rungs of the ladder. And as you make your way up, the ladder breaks. And you're going to fall. Now, you have to make a dexterity saving throw to hope to cling on to something before you fall straight down 160 feet. Alright, as you fall backwards, you reach out and you cling onto the side of the ledge with one hand. And a bit of rock and dust falls down. You look below your feet and it's a 160-foot drop below you. You actually fall a little bit and take a bit of damage too. You kind of hit yourself on some of the ledge, taking 2 bludgeoning damage. And you're now like clung on to the ledge with one hand.
I'm assuming I didn't use my action, or the save was my action.
It didn't take your action, no.
So can I pull myself up?
Yeah, make a athletics check to pull yourself up. Alright, you're able to pull yourself up onto the ledge below at the base of the ladder.
How much movement do I still have?
You're out of movement now.
Alright.
That took 30 to do all that. No action?
Wasn't my action to pull myself up?
No, it's climbing is just movement,
Oh.
a part of your movement.
Well, then my action is gonna try again.
Okay, you've broken another rung of the ladder as well, and the ladder is extremely hard to climb now. Make an athletics check. You're able to climb up this time, and, well, you get up 15 feet with your dash. Okay. Tori.
I move into the
Cave. Alright, cost you 20 feet to get to the lip at the top of the cave. So I'll move you up there, and then you've got 10 feet left. So you're over here now. You see Victor next to you dodging, then an unconscious Terrafolk, then another one dragging Orion off into the tunnel. Hello?
Yeah. I'm going to move, like, I guess stand on the wall over here, or stand on the wall over here.
Okay. You got 5 feet left.
I can't occupy space. I can't occupy this space. Yeah.
But you can go on the ceiling, can't you?
Ceiling is 7 feet
Oh.
tall.
Well, you see, yeah. So, my
To
thought
get through the
was-
tunnel, you have to squeeze, and you can't end your can't end your turn in unoccupied space. So you're not going to be able to get in there.
Unless I dash, and I wouldn't be able to get past him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my action to cast a web on the Terraphone.
Okay. All right, you shoot a ball of web through the tunnel. It sticks into the Terrafolk, anchoring it to the floor and to the walls. Terrafolk's restrained.
End of turn.
Alright, Radga continues to climb up. He's going to make another athletics check, and he's just getting up as far as he can. He's 50 feet up now. 30 feet away from the top of the ladder. Petra.
Okay, so is if
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I'll have some, Radga
yeah,
says.
I would love surprise.
yeah, I guess is the rope still there to climb the ladder, or
Orion was holding onto the rope, so the rope yeah, that's gone. It
okay?
would have fallen and then is like still attached to the bottom of the ladder, so it's dangling down at the bottom of the ladder like this now.
Okay, and it's a lot harder to climb it now, right?
There are several rungs missing, and when you look at it, Petra, you don't have much confidence in yourself making your way up there.
Right. So I will, and I don't see anything flying around that I can shoot at. I'm guessing.
No.
So I'm gonna take the dodge action and wait for them to reset up the.
Okay. Alright, this Terra folk is going to spend its turn slashing at the web. Miss. What's the web's AC? Is it 5? 10.
10.
Miss. It's going to try and bite its way free. And it managed to bite through the webbing, freeing itself. And it's not going to... Actually, it's going to move now. It's still got movement. It's going to drag Orion around the corner.
You lost the grapple?
It's still grappling Orion. And yeah, it just drags him around the corner.
Leave! Leave! I have my food! Leave now!
Victor.
That's 10, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you come around the corner, you just see a small fire in this cave. A single young terrafolk, and then it's like dragging Orion into a small little hovel here.
So
Some
I'll
bones
grab
scatter
Orion,
around on the ground.
and I'll say, save him, and I'll do spare the dying on him.
Okay, Orion, you're stable. That was very close.
I was already saying goodbye to Ryan.
You're a Kim, thank you, all matter.
Orion, you're stable. So it's Talum's turn. And it will require an athletics check for you to continue climbing Talum. You'll be up 45 feet. As you're climbing, another rung snaps. You don't fall, but there's not much left of this ladder, and you're now 45 feet up.
Okay.
You're pretty much just like straight up rock climbing the sheer cliff wall at this stage.
Well. We good.
Toreg.
Turig is going to move into the cave.
Okay, you can move through squeezing at half movement speed.
Half movement speed, so that's like 15.
30. Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright,
15 feet, 30.
You get into the cave. It's very, very narrow. You're all squashed in. You can see Victor and Orion ahead of you and the young terrafolk kind of around the corner.
And I want to squeeze through on the ceiling.
Alright, you take the dash action and you squeeze up into the small space. And you enter the fire turret. There's a...
But I'm on
campfire.
the ceiling.
It's 7 feet tall in here.
Oh crap! Yeah, I'm a giant spider. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Alright, so you're going into the fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you'll take damage from entering the fire. 8 fire damage. Radger's going to keep climbing. And it's just no problem for him. He finally reaches the top. The very top of the ladder. Petra.
Right. So I'm guessing he's still on the ladder climbing up.
Ragnar? Nope, he is over the top of the ladder now and you don't see him anymore. Or you can just sort of see him.
Talum.
Talum is 45 feet above you on the ladder.
He has the rope with him to, I guess, so it makes it easier for me, or...
No, he doesn't. He hasn't grabbed the rope.
Turek can come and pick you up. He's large, so...
Yeah, so I'll just keep on waiting there and pretty much dodge because I do not believe I can climb this.
Okay.
You don't want to.
Alright, the young terror folk just hisses,
Ah, spider, you cook yourself for me. Good for you. Maybe me will start early. Ah, you old dumb, come here. The big one's going to bite and slash you.
and the young terror folk slashes at Turig. At advantage because you're squeezing. It's a miss. Then at Victor.
Leave my food
Be squeezing
alone.
because it's a large space.
Can I get a cover save here?
The ceiling is 7 feet tall.
Yes.
You
Okay.
can't fit in. Yeah, you're a large creature, so you take up 10-foot square. Alright, and
yeah.
you're hit, Victor, for 5 slashing damage. And then the Terrafolk tries to bite at you, Turig. And he bites you for 6 piercing. Victor, make a death saving throw. That is a failure. Orion, you're stable. Tell him. How are you going there? You're 45 feet up. If you take the dash action, you'll arrive at the top with Ragdar's turn. You need to make an athletics check.
Alright, let it be a natural one. Oh, okay. Down I go.
Alright, you fall and you slam 40 feet onto the rocky shelf below. And you can make a dexterity save as well. You land prone and take 13 bludgeoning damage as the ladder is pretty much completely broken at this stage. And
okay?
Petra, make a dexterity save. He hits the rocky shelf and then he starts to slip off.
Bye bye, cruel world.
If you want to try and
save.
yeah, if you want to try
Dexterity
and
save.
if you want to try and catch Talum's hand before he falls to his death, then make a dexterity save. You are very, very lucky, Talum.
Okay, that actually passed.
Yeah, you pass and you manage to just quickly grab onto Talum, and you're sort of you actually have advantage as well, Petra, because you're dodging, surprisingly, so you're extra reactive, and you manage to just grab onto Talum's hand, and he's like dangling down 160 feet off the ground with you. You're actually knocked prone from that, Petra, and you're just like sort of laying face down on the ground with Talum dangling by his wrist.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done climbing this shit.
You're done.
You're just lucky I was down here.
You're just like, let me go. I'm done. And
The mother nature is calling me.
you can make another athletics check just to try and get to safety. Tell him. All right, you are going to climb back onto safety.
I take the dash action, and I just walk around here, and I'm done.
Okay. You want to
I walk
stand
it
up?
off. Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Okay.
just walk it off. All that shit, you know.
All right,
And that's
Turig, for starting your turn in the fire, you take 13 fire damage.
I revert back to what's it called? Goblin form.
All right, you're back in your goblin form, taking the residual 1 damage, and oops, let me put you back up to the top, and you're now in the cave. Your turn. You're out of the fire as well.
I don't have control of my token.
You don't have control of your token?
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, you're over here.
I step here. I cast Cure Wounds on Victor.
Oh, thank you.
Victor, you open your eyes on 5 hit points. Radka pushes through.
Huh? Hey! Big face!
Oh yeah, he can see it.
And he just drives a spear straight through the Terravote's eye socket, killing it instantly. It's over.
That was close. Again.
That got so close. So many people almost died in that fight.
I already was Oh yeah, by the way, Seb, we didn't get any experience for the surges.
Did I not post it?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
I calculated it
that's-
though. Let me fix that.
That
up.
healing is for Orion.
Thank you, sir.
Sturges is 35 experience. Maybe I'll type the name of the creatures next to the XP as well, in case for some reason I forget at some stage as well again in the future.
Oh, we're only 100 experience away. 108 experience away.
Okay, so what do you guys do now?
This looks like a good place to rest, if you ask me.
Well, we have
Teammates.
teammates that are still
Yeah.
down there.
You hear a voice
Ah! Ah! Thrush! Ah!
coming from deeper in the cave, like a cawing sound, but it doesn't sound like a terrafolk. It's primordial, and a mixture of broken primordial and some sort of bird speech.
Quackle! Quackle!
No, good thing I don't hear that because I speak primordial.
Hmm. Does anybody have ropes besides me?
Greg offers the rope from his pack.
Okay. Did I lose mine? I mean, like, I've been unconscious. And...
It's attached to the ladder still,
Dope.
but it's dangling down like below that ledge now.
Alright.
Can't we just use Rag's massive dick?
Ragda is going to stand here, and he's going to guard us from...
Ragdir is the Rapunzel of dicks.
Jesus. We're streaming, too. God. So what I'd like to do is untie the rope from the ladder, tie the two ropes together.
Your rope's down the bottom.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Well, there goes that plan.
It's down here.
Got it.
You can jump down.
Well, good luck, guys. No. And you're out of wild shape. How do you guys feel about resting in separate areas?
What about when I'm knocked out?
It's a wonderful idea.
I'll move you guys
You're
all
knocked
over
out?
to this map.
Sorry?
This one's just KO'd, it's not dead.
Oh. That's true, but I feel like four of us up here can take. I just-
Zurg would start pushing that towards the ledge.
Okay.
Orion does not stand in his way.
I'm not going to stop you, but I'm not going to kill him myself.
Are you throwing it off?
I mean, they attacked us. I mean, I think
Look
morality-wise,
out!
we're pretty okay.
No!
Tell him you see a terrafolk fly off the ledge directly above you. Make a dexterity save.
Oh shit.
A corpse, terrafolk corpse.
Oh, it kills me.
It narrowly misses you and slams onto the shelf of stone and just gets mangled and bounces and then falls off into the jungle canopy below.
Might have lived.
Alright. Petra and Talon, I can't think of a way that isn't like super risky because everybody's fallen like 1,000 of them. I guess I'm yelling this down. Go back in the other rest. We'll be there in like an hour.
So nobody else has another rope?
I'm the only one that me and I guess
Well, I also
me
have
and
a rope.
Orion. Yeah, everybody that has a rope is kind of in the bottom.
Ah, stand aside.
Radgar just climbs straight down.
Jesus. This guy.
He gets down to the bottom of the ladder with ease and extends his hand out.
Come with me if you want to live.
He says to you, Petra.
I go with him.
Alright, you jump on his back and he attempts to climb back up.
What a hero.
He just grabs you by the hand, slings you up to the top. Then he makes his way back down.
Ah! I own this shit!
He says, and he bumps his chest.
You coming or what?
Alright. 300 pounds on his back. Let's go.
300 pounds. I live for that shit. Jump on.
That's what I bench in the morning.
Ah!
Wow.
He carried you princess style up.
He straight
Well-
campused it with his like just jumping up one-handed, fucking climbing up one-handed with holding on to.
Yeah. He
I
has-
actually was, you know, at that Pterafolk battle, I for a second doubted that we needed to take Ragd with us. I'm never doubting that again.
Never doubt me again.
I'm done doubting you.
Alright, as you guys get up, now you continue to hear this these sounds, like a whooshing sound. Sounds like air, and then these bird sort of squawks intermingled with it. And Talon, understanding primordial, you can make out a few words.
Help! Help me!
And someone is asking for help deeper in this tunnel. As
Hero's call.
you head in, you see bound to the back wall by ropes a eagle-headed humanoid.
Harakokra. Wow.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Oof.
Nail biter.
You know what, guys? I'm sorry that I suggested that we go here.
Well, think of all the XP we're gonna get if we manage to survive.
Well, the positive side. Well, there isn't much.
The positive side, this is still at 2, so
Here's a question. After
Not
we
for
get
like-
out of this, I remember you saying, Seb, that like this Firefinger could be seen for like miles around.
oh yeah, from 20 miles away you could see it, or even further.
How long is one hex? Is it 10 miles?
Yeah.
Can we use it as like a navigation point for 2 hexes?
Oh yeah, that's what you use to get there. And also, when you're at the top of it, you imagine you're gonna be able to see for hundreds of miles.
I'm just picturing like going away from it. Like we can say, well, we need to go in this direction and back to
Yeah,
this direction.
you're able to use it as a landmark within 2 hexes.
Gotcha.
So you won't have any trouble getting on the right track, and hopefully you'll be able to see a heap of different locations depending on what you can see up there. You imagine it's going to be quite a view. You're not even you're only halfway up at the moment. Alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much. A bit of a tense session with this precarious height. I'll see you guys next week.
Cool. Thanks, game.